let's get this shot.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Reporting live.
For the first live show.
The cook up.
Here we go, fellas. Yes, sir.
First ever.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. These.
Woo! Yo. Oh, shit.
Rewind.
That's crazy, man.
We ain't gonna edit that one. We ain't edit that
No,
out.
that's wrong.
Can we keep that in?
That's good.
Monday Night Raw. Let's get it.
Yo, welcome back to the Heavily Opinionated Podcast. It's your boy, Jamel Kijana, a.k.a. Melly Mel, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me. And with me, I got...
It's your boy. It's your homie. Live and living color. The Bonnet Bandit himself. It's your boy, Playboy Troy. What's going on?
Ain't making no noise, man. Who else I got with me here tonight?
Man, it's your boy Frank Mason, Coolie High, your guy, live and full effect, and we in the good old state of Georgia, and we coming directly to you.
Yes, sir. Y'all know where we at. Last but certainly not least, who is in the building tonight?
Yo, it's your boy Pimp Platt. My bad. Pimp Platt. You feel me? That L, that shit just rolling around. The L we just took today in this fantasy and this football and real life. You know what I'm saying? But we in high spirits. Y'all know who it is. Always Cloud 11 spirits.
Yeah, most definitely. So tonight we definitely gonna get into that with the NFL. We're gonna talk a little bit of NBA. What up, Nick?
You gotta give the people what they want. We got an audience too. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We got an audience in the crowd. We got an audience in the building. Yes, sir. We got an audience. Let's go. It usually just be us talking.
Shout out to our
we
first person. Yes,
sir.
yeah. First person
come
in
on.
the audience. And of course, he is one of the first people to subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
sir.
So
Yes,
much
sir.
love to you, brother.
If you heard us before the cue off camera, that's
You know
what
we
we
talking about.
Yeah, and you hear that? You know there's Q over there.
It's a Q.
So, yeah, we gonna get into, we definitely gonna get into that NFL. We gonna talk a little bit of NBA, but first we gotta talk about the reason why we touched down here in the A. HBCU weekend, Celebration Bowl. The game, I think Howard and FAMU, it was a game back and forth the whole time, but FAMU pulled it out. They won, I think, 30-26. But the night before, we attended that Battle of the Bands, and man, that was something different. That was a vibe.
We kind of got there a little late.
Yeah,
We got there a little late.
We missed.
Because
Because
we got there when we supposed to.
Yeah,
you
we
gotta
missed.
understand
Yeah.
though, that's Atlanta traffic. You know, you got
It'll do it.
when you get here, you gotta understand that traffic.
I was going with the skin tone.
But yeah,
CPT.
And yeah, we was an hour late. We were an hour late, but only
CPT,
missed one.
But
That was time I pull up to the event.
Yeah, we pulled up at like 6:40, and then you get in. So yeah, like we really ain't sit down. We got food. We ain't sit down till almost 7.
Yeah,
That's what
And we only missed one band,
yeah.
and it was Virginia State.
Which was
we missed Virginia State, and then Florida Memorial was starting at that time.
Yeah, we came right in when they was getting to
Yep.
the
And I mean, they lost.
Yeah,
So
those were
it's
the
not
two
like we
Division
missed,
2.
like the winner. You know
I
what
can't
I'm
remember
saying?
who won the D2 because they announced the winners the very next day at halftime, or between the third and fourth quarter. Division 2 it was Florida Memorial versus Virginia State, and then D1 it was Jackson State versus NCAT, North Carolina A&T, if you don't know. So, but that Division 1 was different. Jackson State they put on their show, and the Sonic Boom they did their thing. Then NCAT they turned up, man. Personally, we got to give it to NCAT, man. They did their thing. We was on their side, so that helped too. You know what I'm saying? But just in terms of even if we was on the other side, it's just still the way they did things was great.
It was,
I guess
it was.
How y'all felt about it?
For me, I guess I took it because I haven't been a part of a marching band, but I grew up in a marching band.
I'm sorry. We are in the pause. What was it? Pause.
Pause headquarters.
Pause headquarters.
What was said?
What was that?
You took it. What you take, my brother? What you take?
Hey, yo, my bad.
I just want to know.
My bad. Let me fix that.
Hey.
Let me fix that. As a kid growing up, as my sister was in the marching band, I gotta make sure I gotta be careful around here.
That boy has some
Yo,
green juice.
Listen here. No, I'm good on that.
It's like we talking about.
No, because like really, she grew up with Beach, and they used to wear yellow and blue. So as I'm growing up, all I knew was drumline was like one of my favorite moves as a kid. And I found out that it was based off of that North Carolina A&T. I was like, oh, bro, that's my band. That's my band. I'm looking out.
That
I go on
makes
YouTube,
sense.
looking at their videos. I'm watching them, the Cold Steel. That's what they call it, drumline. I was like, bro, I was in my mind when I heard that they was going to be showing up. I was like, oh, yeah. I already know what time it is. And I saw they were going to be the last band. I was like, oh, of course.
They kind of like the Alabama of like marching bands
Right.
on
Yeah.
the
That's
HBCU
a
collegiate
good
level because they got such a rich history. How you just equated all of that. They got a rich history, and then they come in as a favorite and they just perform. They just went and did their thing. They showed out.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
They took it home.
I felt like for me, I had, I've seen bands. Of course, I've seen Drumline. You know what I mean? But I had never seen an HBCU group. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first time really being able to see HBCU, other than like during the with the parades and
Parades,
stuff
yeah.
like that. you know
Yeah,
what I
but they
mean?
got they gotta move like
Yeah,
just like
they're
this.
moving
They can't
and
do
they're
that.
not
They
able
can't
to
do all
set
the
up and do-
grooving
yeah.
and
Like
in the formation.
you have to be in the
yeah.
right position. You have to be in the right spot for that to occur. Because like it's a lot of people. Because if you don't know, like they're moving in the parade, but there's a point where they just stop.
Right.
They do a
And
full on
they do their
performance.
thing. They do their little spot, and then
But if you're not there, if you're not in that area, you miss that whole entire thing. You're like, oh.
They was getting it, bro.
And they only gonna do it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So it's like if you're not in that area when it occurs, you just happen to see them walk by. And you're like, oh, okay.
And like I went to Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is the parade of parades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I grew up going to Mardi Gras, and so for me, you know what I mean? I'm getting all the beads. I'm seeing, of course, HBCUs, and I'm seeing all these different bands do their thing. But like this was a different experience for me because I was able to really sit there and and put this in perspective, y'all. I moved a lot growing up, so I didn't have a stationary like high school, quote unquote. And so with that being said, we go to high school, we don't have a band. So I didn't get really much of that experience of seeing a lot of that. So when I go there and I'm seeing them do the shit they're doing, of course we just seen it on TV, we just seen it in videos, but it's a different feeling when you're watching that shit there. And
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I got goosebumps just like, damn, this. And one thing I will say, like, when you hear it at a smaller venue, it's you hear it more. Because that stadium did kind of like allow it to be kind of just
Sound.
like,
The sound
yeah, the
spread.
sound was different. It was
Sound
spread out more.
I can see
So it's
that.
like, it's also louder when you're at these smaller stadiums at the campus.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, you can hear it. It's right
Because
there.
they did it at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah,
So-
that's 90,000.
But it wasn't. You gotta understand that building wasn't packed out either.
Hell, they
So,
didn't
like,
sell
true.
tickets
Yeah.
for it to be packed out.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
only sold 50 line yards. It went from what, the 40
It was-
to
it was
Yeah,
really
it was
low.
only, yeah,
the
it wasn't.
40 to the
Nobody
40.
was sitting on the like end
It was-
zone.
it was
Live
really
end
low.
zone.
It
Because
literally
we
was-
saw,
it was
you'll
like
see in the
40 to the
videos
40.
that we're gonna post. You got people running through the end zone slide just
Yeah.
to get to the other side to film the other bands because they were sitting right there, right above the tunnels on
Yeah.
each side. And it was crazy.
I got a
So-
question about something you said.
What up?
You went to Mardi Gras, you was getting beads. How do you get those beads, brother? Were they just throwing them at you?
Oh, you know what
Or
I'm
were
saying?
you just like a fanboy doing that? Or?
Nah, so when you a kid, like so in real
Oh,
life.
wait,
in-
this is why you're a kid.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
never
why I
mind.
was a
Alright,
kid. Because in
alright,
real
alright,
life,
alright.
like if the
Hey,
people don't know,
no, if you don't
they
know.
gotta know why. You know what I'm saying? Why you
Yeah,
ask?
you're wrong. How
Look,
I look.
if
No,
you
I
don't
know.
know, like when you go to Mardi Gras, the thing is you bring the beads and your floats will go by, or you'll go to different places and they'll be like, they'll lift their shirts, they'll flash for beads.
That's
you know what I
what
mean?
I
A lot of times that's what the women will do
Gotcha.
for beads. And if you see a woman leaving out that motherfucker with that thing on her,
Jerry.
That's
That's where Jerry Springer got that from. If you didn't know, that's where
I
Jerry
didn't know
Springer got
that.
that from. So when they used to come to the show, they'd be like, "Jerry, I'm just here for my beads." Bam,
Type
because
shit.
that's how you know. So that's
so-
where they got that from.
No,
That's why when you
no.
said I was getting a lot of, I
But
was getting
for
beads. I was like,
kids,
If you know,
for
you know.
kids,
If you know, you know.
the idea, because they have an adult parade and then they have a kid parade.
Yeah.
And so for kids, it's just come have fun, get as many beads as you can. You see people with like different kinds. Like I got this. Like I still have my bag full of all the beads that we had and shit.
Yeah.
It's one like it's like gold, purple, and green, and then it's got Mardi Gras, like New Orleans across that bit with a big ass little thing right there. You know, as a kid, I'm walking around that bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just a great, it was a great experience. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Going to Mardi
Yeah.
Gras. I would love for us to one day go to Mardi Gras.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
down
plan
for
on
it.
going, if not this coming year, because I always do a trip in February, but if not this coming year, next year. And it's every
Well,
February. So
I'm
the
just-
Super Bowl's gonna be there soon.
I
Right?
usually
yeah,
listen.
yep.
And that's Mardi Gras season. Around
Yeah, it's
February.
around that time, and so we
Man,
go.
heavily opinionated. Be on the lookout.
We do a guys
Be on
trip
the
with my
lookout.
dad, my
Yep.
uncles, and all of them. We all go to like the Super Bowl, where the atmosphere of where the Super Bowl is gonna be at. So
Yes.
like this year, it's gonna be in Vegas. So we got our Airbnb already booked. We did that last year, and so we got the Airbnb. We're gonna go out there. It was in Phoenix last year. We did it in Phoenix, blah blah blah. But we're gonna go out there. We're gonna go to the NFL experience. You know what I mean? We're gonna walk around, do all the little stuff, take pictures. You might see a pro player. You know, they got the lockers where
Yeah.
they show like the different, and I'll make sure to send some pictures to Mel from
Yeah.
what I had from last year, so he can kind of post some of this stuff, and y'all can see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
it's a
I'll
vibe
say
because
no
y'all
more.
turn
No
up.
more.
I'm
When
definitely
y'all
gonna
when
do
the
more
bowl
this
was
time
in LA.
around.
What was it? 2 years ago when it was in
Yep,
LA, I
we was
pulled
in-
up on
yep.
you because I was
So,
standing
yeah.
out there. So I was
Hey,
like, oh,
I'm not gonna lie to
okay.
you.
Hey,
I
they
might pull
family,
up on
they
you when
did.
you talking about Las Vegas.
You're more than welcome.
I'm definitely gonna pull
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Like,
cause
we're gonna have
Hey.
ample amount of space.
Yep.
Y'all know we had
Food,
space.
too, they
we're
cooking.
gonna have food. My
Yeah,
dad
Unc's gonna
cooks.
put that
They
food on
go.
the grill, bro.
And
Steak time,
I'm gonna tell you one of the best parts about it is when you go in with your OGs. And I aspire to do this too. And I hope as we grow, you know what I mean. Subscribe, like, share this with your friends, because as we grow, we want to give back to the communities. Take guys, because the thing is a lot of guys. We know a lot of people who've never left Savannah, let alone leave the East Coast. So it's just that, like, for a lot of us, you could say, when y'all graduated and y'all went to the military, or y'all went to places that y'all probably never.
Things I wouldn't even think I was gonna be seeing. I didn't expect to see Canada and all these other places, and that wasn't even on my mind. But like, I would say to Mardi Gras, I've always been unlucky about it because every time Mardi Gras came around, I always had to leave. Literally, either the week before or I'll already be gone, and I miss it every time. And I used to live in Pensacola, Florida, so that's really like
4
a 4-hour
hours.
drive.
Yeah, that
So
ain't
it's like-
nothing. Yeah,
it's a drive right there. I could do that.
You was going
But
to
it was
Pelicans
like
game.
every time. I swear to you, it was clockwork.
The Pelicans,
Every
yeah,
time.
the Pelicans would have games
Yeah.
around that time too.
And I used to
We
go to the
definitely
Pelican
got,
games. And I
Yeah, heavily opinionated Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for that
soon.
one year.
It's coming.
Y'all know what about
Not,
it.
it ain't got to be
Yep.
next year, but
But-
it's gonna be coming.
Oh, yeah.
But back to the event,
New Orleans know how to party.
Yeah.
they definitely know how to
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
They definitely know how to have
And
a
you
Savannah's
know-
older
and you
brother.
know your boy.
You know,
you know
they
your
don't
boy
fit
on
right
the
in.
party.
Playboy party animal.
You know your boy on the party. So
But,
that's the
you
city
know-
I need to be.
So the event though, it's like
The band.
we're sitting there. I'm watching the band of the year. At the band of the year, I'm sitting there. I'm watching these bands. I'm watching the way that they're just showing. Like, so for example, like in high school, I felt like we got split experiences of it.
Yeah.
Certain schools when we played against certain schools, because we played basketball, the motherfuckers had the band in there. Like
Yeah.
it was like you like bro,
Band
what
and the
fuck?
cheerleaders.
Like
Usually,
the band, the
usually
cheerleaders,
just used to
and the
get-
majorette.
Yeah.
We used, to,
The majorette,
we used to
bro.
only get cheerleaders. That's what our school had, was just the cheerleaders. So our home games was only cheerleaders. So but the only thing I would give to that is we ended up getting a DJ. So we actually have a DJ at our
That
game.
got
Yeah.
played.
Bro, we had a full DJ set and cheerleaders lit.
Yeah.
So it was like, bro, once
Wait,
you got that was
wait,
cool.
I'm gonna say this
You
though.
miss out on that.
I'm gonna say this though. We ain't gonna act like ain't no warm up was better than warming up at beach.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucking DJ
Oh, yeah.
will have that. Like I'm talking about the newest song that just came out last week. That DJ is spinning that
Bro,
shit,
they used to have
chopping
a
it.
DJ, the marching band, and the
It's
cheerleaders.
crazy, but it's true.
And the dance line.
That's
And
it.
I'm telling
Bro,
you, this
it
was in
was
the
a-
old gym and the new gym.
I was like, bro,
If you don't know
ain't
what
no
we're talking
way.
about, Woodville Tonkin Technical Career High School, we used to
Yo,
play
bro,
varsity and JV.
that used to be
basketball.
so-
And they got a new gym. They just installed it. It's been
Ain't-
up and running.
Those
for the
games
past
probably
2
the
years.
best games.
Yep.
Just to give you
Them?
a rundown.
Yes.
for all
I would
the
say
gyms
them
out
and
there.
Windsor.
I would go Groves.
And Groves was always intense.
man.
Yeah,
Groves
I
was
love,
intense.
You know, I
Groves
like
is
that.
different.
Groves
love-
was intense.
I love the chess match that we played a lot of times
Yeah.
with Groves, bro, because
That
it
was kind of like our Lakers versus Sacramento.
Yeah,
Kings.
yeah.
That was that for us.
because it was like who owned Garden City,
Yeah, who owns this?
and they
So it's like-
owned it.
Yeah, and
All
that,
the
that
whole
even
time.
stemmed over to soccer.
Yeah.
We would
It was
pray
every
together,
sport.
but still have this like animosity towards one
Yeah,
another. Where their
bro.
coach was like, the coach said, "We gotta call this something. We gotta say this is what we do." You know, like we got to make this a tradition of Groves versus Woodville.
Yes.
In terms of soccer as well, because
Yeah.
we're already doing it with
Because I'm about
basketball.
to say, it went
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
basketball, the intensity created was in basketball, that bled into soccer, to the point where it even bled into
I
volleyball.
was just about to say, I know volleyball. I know
I
they
was
was
like,
going
yo,
there.
it bled over so much to the point where it was like, bro, you couldn't get nowhere else other than that. But I only said Groves brought the most intensity, but like to visit somebody's school, I think I enjoyed Windsor and Beach.
Windsor was nice.
I say I hate them all the time. Metter,
No,
Metter
it's
and Claxton, because I think I want to say,
different, man.
I want to
Man,
say,
Claxton is
I can't
different,
remember
man.
which
They-
one it was.
that hot ass dude.
I can't remember which one it was, but the
With
fans
a
are right
motherfucking
on-
fan. That was Claxton.
Claxton was right on your back.
Claxton, I'll never forget this shit. Them boys had him. Look him up. He's playing pro right now in a pro league. Cornelius Taylor. They called the man Scoop. That boy came in our gym and gave us 40.
Oh shit!
When we had to go back against that man, I swear to you, I played my heart out that game, bro. I'm working, I'm sweating, I'm dropping. Bro,
How much
that
you
man
drop on
had
him?
that whole fucking gym live. Every time he touched the ball. Bro, I'm talking about the white boy went up and dunked. I'm
bro,
talking about
listen
we
here.
was
How much
like,
he drop on you?
on me? On 12? On me? He gave me 6.
Okay.
What he put up on that score motherfucking sheet was different. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. One of our teammates came up to me and deadass said, bruh, I don't know, I can't guard him. That man said, to him, oh damn, y'all should put 12 back in. He was stopping me. Everybody else, y'all can't guard me. And that man was straight to the cup every time. Pull up. I never, bro, pulled up, aggressive as fuck. Pull up was like that because I had to study this guy. This man came in our house and put 40. He put 40. This is trauma. He put 40 up in our house.
Oh, damn.
I'd be damned if another man gonna be
I'm
able
not
to
gonna
walk
lie.
around and
Claxton
tell
High
me he
School,
can do that.
even in terms of soccer, Claxton had a different vibe.
Bro.
Claxton had this weird stadium to where every kick you could hear it like a boom. Every time
I
you hit
remember
the
that.
ball, it was
remember
like,
that.
yo, it just felt like you were
Wasn't it
playing
down?
with a
It was
dog.
down.
Yeah, it was down.
Yeah,
It was
downhill.
fell. It was wild. I was like, man, this is
Even
crazy.
when the gym was down.
Bro, I only
Yeah.
said that because that was probably one of the few times where I listened to the crowd. And I used to, like, I'm one of those people that I could
That
tell.
was the first time I ever got booed in my life.
Bro.
I got a yellow card. My first ever yellow card. One and only. I played, I was like, I was like, he had beat me, so I kind of like tripped him a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I tripped him. But then that's when, boom! I said, oh shit, they don't like me.
Yo, bro.
I said, oh shit!
Hey, yo.
They do not like my, they don't like my,
Yo,
you
I'm
was there,
telling
bro,
you,
you don't.
when I'm sitting there
I was like,
and I just
damn,
came out
bro.
of the game and somebody mama said something
Oh no.
and I like looked and I'm one of those people like it takes a lot to get to me because especially with basketball I'm already an angry person when I come to play basketball.
You're the agitator.
I'm the agitator. So when she said something, I was like, okay, because we had beaten that game.
Yeah.
So that one mama said something to me, I was like, okay, fine, all right. This is when I played into the role of the villain. Something that I always enjoy doing basketball. I always love being a villain, but to have that spark, to have that parent just be behind me constantly,
Trust me.
just talking, I was like, bro, this is what I've always wanted. I always want fans.
At that
'cause
moment,
I-
he knew.
That's the moment I knew. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
this is what I want. Because like they had fans across.
Yeah,
it was
it was
across
both
from
sides.
us, and it was right like when I
Our
say
team
right
was
behind
right
us.
behind us, and then everybody else was like through this way, and then all that whole
Bro,
shit was all them.
You had,
We
and then we had
go-
to walk to the locker room.
We had
you
to
have
go,
to, you have to go by them.
Yes.
The locker room is not on our side, so we have to go all the way to their
To the
side,
end of the
Yeah,
gym.
they designed that for that.
and then you have to drop down into that tunnel.
And
I
like to
know.
keep this in perspective, while we don't have nobody with us, this shit was like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
Oh, in the country. In
Yeah.
the boonies.
This not
Yeah.
even
Yeah, we
hour
passed by that
and-
exit.
Your
Very
phone
recently.
don't work.
No
type
service.
shit.
Your phone don't work. Your mom and dad,
Ain't had
nobody
like
there.
No
one
street
chicken
lights.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it
one
was like
chicken
Uncle
spot
Shug's
and one
or some
street
shit
light.
like
That's
that.
it. Well,
Bro,
one stop.
it was weird.
It was
It
like
was a
one of the,
sundown town, one of them good old
Yeah,
sundown
they didn't have
towns.
Subway.
Sundowns.
and that's one of the teams that I found out they just got a lot of football players.
That's exactly. And I was just gonna. That's so.
Just
All of their
football
teams, soccer, basketball.
Football.
It was a bunch of football guys. So these guys, the only person who hooped was Cornelius, bro.
Extra,
Like
everybody's
like, it was
aggressive for no reason.
fast as shit. I'm
Yeah.
talking about running downhill, bump your ass, you flying, and you them boys going straight. Like you had to get like we had to get grimy in that
Yeah.
game. And I ain't like you said, we did win when we went to their house. I didn't want to say all of that because you know what I'm saying, I know what I did when I locked down.
No.
But man, like it's funny to your point about the fans. I remember when we played at home, and I loved that feeling playing at
Oh, man.
home. And by the time our senior year came, our parents and our
Everybody.
fan base had went through what we went through, going to these places, getting fucking booed like this, and we didn't have people that was booing them. So it was like, bro, it was. Our first, like, to put in perspective, we're the second graduating class from our high school when they reopened. So, you know, when basketball, like, we only had, like, 3 sports. We had volleyball, basketball, and soccer. That was it. And when basketball first started, it was our freshman year. So we're starting and we're playing these games. And, bro, you go to class the next day and your classmates is like, bro, y'all ass. I'm never going to a game. Like,
That was me.
We was 3 and like
And
I
it's
think
the
we
same
played
in
like
soccer,
12
too.
games or some shit.
0-11 in soccer. First year. Second year, got our first
We
win.
went 500 our
The
second
only
year.
winners was volleyball.
Same. Second year we
went
went about
500.
500. Maybe a game or two.
First year of varsity, back getting our ass cut because it was a different speed. It was a
Yeah.
different, like it was,
That's true.
everything was different. Then we go that next year, balling on their ass. We
Right.
went 500 again.
But that
I
crowd-
actually think we went 1 over 5.
Man, that crowd was so live.
Yeah,
It was so
it's
live.
a different crowd.
It's-
It's different, man. We balled out. The yellow card I had was my junior year, but senior year we pulled right back up, got the dub.
No,
Shut the crowd
bro,
down.
I
We said we
senior year-
cannot have that
Bro,
again
senior year,
because
we-
they don't. Because that's one thing I didn't like about Claxton in terms of soccer. They never came to Savannah. You know, and that's
Yeah.
different because also with our games. We didn't have a lot of out of town teams coming because we had no place
Yeah.
for them. Unless
true.
it was at
That's true.
unless it was off of Sally Mood, that complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless it was
The
that.
athletic.
So at least with you guys, out of town teams can pull up.
They
because
pulled
there was
up,
a
yeah.
court.
Yeah.
'Cause
But it's
played
like we
against-
had no court, so most likely any game we was going to play was either at that school or at the complex.
but
That's
the sad
the amount
part-
the amount of town teams.
Because
We're
I didn't
not
go to a
pulling up
lot
from
of
the
y'all
complex.
games because of that. Because I didn't have a ride to the complex, or I didn't know where the complex was. And then by the time I get my car, it's like, all right, shit, I got practice. Nigga, by the time I'm done with practice, them boys all the way in
Yeah,
the
they
city.
cross.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
then when
going
you
all
get
the
to
way
the
over
complex, you
there.
gotta walk maybe 15 minutes.
You gotta walk.
Yeah, you gotta
So
walk. in there.
it was like, bro, I catch that shit after we finished up, like what we was doing, and we was like, all right, bro.
But you
know,
could
we gonna
tell.
rest for a couple weeks.
You could tell when we went to their gym
That shit was
how
different.
much crowd control
They had a
mattered.
culture.
That shit was damn. That's exactly what I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
culture, culture.
Like,
Like, you
bro,
understood.
remember Montgomery County? I don't know if you remember this.
Montgomery County,
We
yeah.
played Montgomery County. We played them at our gym, and we won 43-56. We played them at their gym, and they won 43-56. That was our last game of the season. That was that was our very last game. We played them that game before we was
That's
good,
good.
and then we went
That's
into
good.
region. And then, we missed that game. We played them and lost
The
that
same
game
exact team.
to the exact same team. But we played them at home versus playing them at our home. That home advantage meant so
So much.
much. Like, bro, you
That
got
game,
people real deal booing you. That's why I personally loved summertime. Because summertime was a bunch of people going to college gyms or going to, like, we went to Southeast Bullock, which was like a country ass, like, middle school, high school, elementary school, and an athletic shack right here in
And
one
guess where
area.
you get to eat? Subway.
So-
That's
so,
all
yeah.
That's all there's there to eat.
So we
What
go
is the
there.
such thing?
It's not in the city.
Oh.
It's in the county. The address is gonna say 32332 whatever road, South Bullitt County, Georgia. It's not gonna say what city because it's just in the county.
But
like,
bro,
God
man,
dang,
they
it's
used to just be so like every game you could just tell. Once we finally got a culture there, it meant something at that point. Because like
we got something to protect.
we got something to play for.
Yeah.
Especially for like myself. Like
What's our fucking
I really didn't listen to the crowd. I was like my pops taught me just don't listen to the crowd. Just play your game. You
I
focus
definitely
in.
did.
So it was like I didn't start listening to the crowd until when I was subbing to the game. And like the crowd just be yelling my name. I'm like, yo, why they yelling my name? Or something like that, bro.
Nah, shit, we used to get by senior year,
Bruh.
when Najee checked in the game, everybody knew what time it was.
Bro.
Go get him.
Time.
Hey, look, I don't give a fuck what you
You
did
want that
these
energy
past
too.
5-10 plays. That nigga is about to go out there and fuck all your flow up. Like, he's just gonna agitate the shit and then he loved that shit.
Man.
He loved that
I
shit.
loved it, man. And I was like, the only moment I wish I had was probably to dive into the crowd when we had that type of crowd. Because I dove into the crowd before.
right.
I did it one time, but we didn't have that type of crowd.
That's a fact.
And that was when it really started.
Trying to get that shit, yeah, let's
Because
go.
it was like, oh shit, this motherfucker like dove into, like I'm diving into like the chair holders and everything.
I was
And they're like, you
happy.
good? And I was like,
Like,
I'm good. I took off running.
Front row.
Yeah, so I was like, bro, and when we got the crowd, I was like, man, if I could dive for the ball one time and just land in somebody's lap, I'd be good with that. But it was just cool because like I wasn't in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna just go play ball, man. I'm gonna.
I'll tell you something that I feel like we not talking about. You know
Lane.
what I'm saying?
I'm saying we over here riding down memory lane.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, we gonna. I gotta talk about it. We gonna go down here because we ain't saying too much. But playing them teams in Savannah was different.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
ain't talking about it too much because
Yeah.
we just talked about Rose, who we competed with. Talked about a little bit of Windsor,
Jenkins.
who we competed with. But when we played Jenkins at 2 p.m. in our gym on a Saturday, and them motherfuckers covered half of our goddamn bleachers,
oh yeah.
I was sitting there
That's
like,
culture.
what the
They
fuck?
pulling up.
When it was like a half, like this. You could just look at the bleachers, and it was like the sea was parted. You had your blue side, and you had your red side. Bro, that thing was so packed up in there, and I'm not thinking like, oh, okay, this is just gonna be a regular game.
Bro.
It was
I
like
never-
every alumni
That boy
from
Mitri.
both schools showed up.
Mitri, every alumni from both schools, no cap. That's no cap. We got our ass kicked in front of our alumni.
Yeah,
Nah.
because we weren't used to playing afternoon games on a Saturday.
I'm not even gonna make that excuse.
I said
We
this
were
was-
not prepared to
We
play
weren't.
against them, bro. That man Mitri was number 4. I remember this shit like it ain't nothing. Mitri was left hand cash. That boy did go off to play in college. He was doing his thing and won a couple all region awards and doing his thing. And I want to say he was the highest 3-point percentage in his region when he was winning those awards. I keep up with who I competed against because I always.
Because he would have hit him with the
Cause-
when the man go all all pro. He went, I shut him down. I shut him
Hey,
down. I
hey,
shut it was me.
I keep
I
up.
did that.
Y'all can't even do it in the NBA. I
That
shut
was,
him down.
but
Let's
I
go.
never-
6 on me.
I never forget that shit.
Y'all should probably contact me. I got a scouting report.
Bro,
I got a scouting
Jenkins-
report on him.
Bro, Jenkins coach, no bullshit. I watch film. I'm
Oh, yeah.
easily
Hey,
gonna
hell
sit there
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
watch that shit. I'll rewatch that shit
yeah.
just all day. But it got to the point where Jenkins coach, she started coaching me. She started coaching me, nigga. She started, hey, stop going up like this. Put you at the glass. Just go up like this. You going up too hard. By the time you get up there, it's like you slapping the back of your hand on the backboard. You might as well slap the front of your hand on that bitch and glass that shit. I'm like, okay.
Hey, I'm
But
gonna
we
tell you
getting our
this.
ass kicked. She coaching me, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. Me and Cooley talk about it. We mentioned Jenkins a
I want
lot
to say it was Coach Oates. Some shit.
because now we coaching basketball, so it's like something that I always liked about Jenkins was they always had multiple coaches, and they weren't just
Yes.
on the bench. They were
Tendencies.
spread out.
Yes.
They looking
Bro,
for
they was
one
in the
particular-
crowd.
They was in
They
the
was in the
crowd.
crowd.
So like you
And each
playing
at the
individual
baseline.
one
Yeah.
got their own job. Like, okay, you watch
this person.
defense, you watch offense, you watch.
Oh.
So like
No bullshit.
you're playing
They at the
defense,
baseline. They in the crowd.
and then you hear like somebody in the crowd go,
It's
"You need
all
to take him right.
preparation.
Take him right, because that's gonna be your move." I'm like, "Yo, what the? I'm like, I'm not."
It's
paying
kind of like
attention.
baseball. You have your first
Yeah,
base coach,
that's exactly
your
how
third
they
base
did.
coach. Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
he's planted and he's just talking like this. That's all he's doing is just yelling like that the whole time. And he's like, call out this play, do this play. Like that's what he's doing the whole time.
Free
So you're
throws,
like,
niggas
but
talking
you're
to
sitting
it
there.
at
You're not
the
thinking.
baseline.
Yeah,
Niggas is sitting there talking to
The
their
dude on
coach
the
at the
baseline.
baseline.
And you're not thinking about it while you're playing, but you're like, yo, fucking, they got how many goddamn
It's
coaches?
efficient.
Yeah, you're like, how many
Yeah.
coaches do they have?
No,
and like,
and
and all
And
we
it
do-
instills that discipline of like, no
Somebody's-
matter where you go, somebody's gonna be there
Somebody's
to let
watching.
you know what's going on.
all the
No
time.
exaggeration.
Like for
Yeah.
us,
And
it
it
was like
also
we only
gives
had
you
that
more-
one.
We had
that
two
one-
coaches for so long, and then Nehemiah came. Our last year, we had got
Four.
Coach Tony, and we had reached forward. We did the best that we had ever did.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and the point,
And they all had their own roles.
bro, we just wish. I know we all did, and it sucked in reality. But like, bro, if we would have got one more year of varsity, we would have went to the playoffs. We would have did some of those things that those next teams did. But I do want to give a big shout out again, like Cooley said, Woodville Tompkins Career and Technical High School. Check out the men's basketball. I don't know how their soccer is.
They've
but
been
I gotta tap
men's
in.
basketball.
they
They
soccer
made it to
team-
the Elite Eight after
playoffs
last year.
every
They soccer team was
motherfucking
great.
year.
Actually, this weekend they had the Holiday Classic tournament. They won the first game. I think they lost the second game, but it was good. They had, and that's how you know our school is growing. Just alone that we were we were one of the hosting gyms.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
and
but that was a dream.
that was a dream.
That was a dream.
'Cause it
Bro. We had to
always
go to
was.
everybody else's gym. Literally, we played for the Holiday Classic.
Even when the
And-
gym was made, they were like, okay,
Yeah,
we don't
even then they was like, nigga, so
You only got one
so
side.
we played at Winston, we
And
played
they-
at
when
Beach,
we
we
were
played
one
at
of those hosting
Johnson,
teams,
we played
they
at
only had two
Rose
games.
for all of these
Yeah.
classics and never played for any tournament at our gym.
We did one, but it was only 2 games there. That's how they did us. Or that's how they did the school. Like they had it set up where we were warring the gyms, but it literally we played one game, a game followed us, and then that was the end of the day. Usually, when you host your gym, you got
It's a
4 or
full
5
day.
games. It's full up.
Hey,
Bro,
you're the main event.
you're the main event, or
Yeah.
you or the girls team is the main event. That's how it always goes. But
Hey, if y'all don't know
This
about
year-
Beach Girls,
the best girls team I've ever seen,
hey,
ever.
Hey,
no
I'ma
girls,
tell y'all
no
now.
girls team will ever beat them.
them girls different, bro. I'll never forget that. They went to the championship out of our high school 3 times.
3 times,
And I want to say they won that shit back to back.
yeah, they was undefeated for 3 years.
That shit was so crazy, dog.
Man.
And granted, I ain't gonna lie to you. Savannah Walker, look her up. She did her thing in college too. Savannah Walker, I ain't gonna lie. I never seen somebody get crossed like this a day in my life. She crossed a girl from Beach so nasty. That girl was bow-legged too. She was running, and see, Savannah was coming down, and the girl
I
was
remember
backing
that.
up. She in the paint already. She backing up. Savannah coming down. Savannah hit her with her famous to the left. Boom. And it went back right. That girl might have took a reach at that
Oh,
hizzy
no.
and fell straight
No.
forward. I was like, bro, I never seen somebody get rocked like this in my
It was
life.
a
No.
body. It was a nasty body. I remember that.
If she could have dunked, she would
She
have
should've.
fucked the whole scene up, bro.
Cause that cross, I remember seeing that, and I got up out my seat and walked off. I was like, I'm gonna go to the concession stand after that.
The only other cross that was better than that was Bubba for Calvary. That boy had that boy walking all the way out to the car. That man was leaning, bro, and then he hit the game winner that game.
Oh,
I
never
remember
forget
that.
That was the night we had.
One of the
I
best
think
nights.
I had that on
we
film.
had 3 game winners that night.
Yeah, it was him and JB.
Well,
They both had.
Yeah.
No, it was 2.
No,
Two
it
girls cooked their ass.
Yeah.
They was
Yeah, yeah,
blowing.
But that
they
was the
blew
first.
my-
That was the first time that we swept a team.
Yeah.
And I mean,
And the
girls
whole
JV,
night.
Yeah.
boys JV, girls varsity, boy. That was like one of the first times we ever had that.
Cook
Cause it's
that.
Send
all
all y'all home. All the greats.
send everybody home,
Yeah.
bro. The girls
let
was
the
crying.
class, oh, yeah.
We left the girls crying, and we were like, bro, we gotta. All we kept saying in that locker room that night was, we gotta finish.
gotta
it.
win.
We gotta
win.
it. We can't, especially after the fact that we watched Bubba hit that game.
Bubba hit that came right there in the wing closest to us, hit that shot, everybody ran on the court. Hey,
And we was like, we got one more game, y'all.
that
we got
shit
one
was
more
crazy.
game.
Then
Keep
we
that
did
same
it,
energy.
and the same shit happened,
Yeah,
bro.
we-
That
Jay
shit was
win.
crazy.
Yep.
Jay hit that
Yep.
tip back. That shit was wild. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth. Luke hit that goddamn 3 in my face. Pause. Luke hit that 3. That nigga got down, Coach Patrick. You have to contest the shot. Like, you can't just let him shoot. I said, Coach, I did. That man just made that shit. Like, I seen him at the gym. He went to Kennesaw. I seen him at the gym. I walked straight up to that nigga and said, boy, you almost spoiled our fucking night. Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now, boy. Hey, guarded him in that game. He did not shoot a fucking three. I'm gonna tell you, when we played pickup, he
I'm
could
happy
not.
that you mentioned them. That's one of the best gyms too. Playing against Calvary, they brought it every time.
Yeah.
Because they had the student section.
Yeah, they
That
did.
we never
They had
played a
college,
team
yeah.
with a student section. Like,
Bro, they student section looked people up.
bro, they used to hurt.
They got your grades.
They used to cook
They
that
got
boy
your
Keyshawn.
Boy,
Instagram.
the-
They used to cook that boy Keyshawn.
Bro, they used to just say all types of things. The chants was going crazy, and I was like, bro, what is going on here? I was like, yo, that was when I was completely stunned because, and every game I'm never like stunned. I'm focused, but like they had me like staring at them like, yo, this is crazy. Like this is really going on, and they gym wasn't that big.
all that stuff.
But
To
wrap it all up, though,
trying
man.
to get straight to it.
it'd been nice to have that marching band.
I gotta say this though.
What's up?
Calvary's students, bless you. Calvary student section. That was back when JB used to dribble the ball like 50 times to shoot a free throw, and them niggas
Bounce.
was counting that
Bounce.
shit.
Oh
Bounce.
my
Oh,
god.
They would
was
count.
counting that shit.
Anything
They
that
would
I
say
see
words.
college teams do or pro team fan bases do, I'm like, y'all got it from Calvary. Because
I'm
that's how much
telling
it
you.
was like, you can't do that. Like, take
Yes,
his whistle.
yes,
I'm like, I heard that
take
first
the words.
at Calvary
Bro.
before I ever heard it on TV.
Bro, when I'm happy you said that because I remember that he used to dribble and go bounce, 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 bounce. I'm like, yo, what the
And
is
then
going on?
it'd
bro?
be like this.
shot,
And that shit
rebound,
would
bounce,
bounce.
bounce, and it would go. It
That
would
shit'll
just keep
fuck
going
you up. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're staring at them. Like,
Yeah.
you're staring directly at them.
the whole time.
And you're like,
Oh my god!
these motherfuckers.
Even at
here,
the
yo.
at the free throw line, bounce, bounce, bounce.
I'm talking
oh, shot, and I'm like, bro, what the? Like, yo, can we say
Crazy,
something?
bruh.
Like, can we do something about this? But, bro, man,
But to wrap it up,
to wrap it up, yeah, man, the marching band, the band of the year, that was lit. I'm happy that we did this trip.
Yeah,
it brought me
great
back
time.
to my childhood, and you asked them. I was secretly fangirling. I don't even gonna lie, because I was sitting there, I was like, bro, I'm like, man, I'm actually finally get to see this team that I've been, see the school that I've been watching on YouTube basically all my life. So I'm like, bro, and to finally be back in that environment of the marching bands, bro, man, I was sitting there
And the
like,
people
bro,
too,
yeah,
man.
I was like, man,
I stepped in
It
there.
wasn't- it
I
wasn't
don't
a
know
good
nobody.
experience.
Don't know anybody because they already giving me the yo. The
It's
old,
one
the
of
OG,
those
the
things,
old dudes that had
everybody-
that was suited up, they was already hitting me with it. What up, young man? I'm like, okay, yeah.
I saw a lot
it's just
of-
a great energy, man.
One thing I do want to shout out to, if we shouting it out with the HBCU atmosphere, let's make sure I saw a lot of Divine Nine out there.
Yeah.
And that was nice
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a guy who thought about going down that path at once in my life, you know what I mean? And you know, God willing, you never know where life may take you. But that being said, you know, it was nice to see this is what we do it for. That's what they do it for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because you do it for the camaraderie. They're everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, they're at the basketball game too. You know what I mean? Like they at the banks. They're at with me in my corporate jobs. They at military in the
Right.
military.
They're
They're everywhere.
The
And
educational
it's
space, of
always-
course.
And
Yeah.
then I'm not talking like I just seen
Everywhere.
young people who was supporting they people in school. I'm talking about I'm seeing OGs, old heads.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
from Atlanta
Yeah.
pulling up.
I'm seeing people that when we first pulled into the city, seeing people with the Georgia tag, FAMU got the little sticker on the
Yeah,
tag.
yeah.
So I know it, they're pulling up. They're just here. They're like, I'm supporting my school because I know my school. One, they're either going to be at the game or NCAT showed out too. I know Jackson a little bit far, but what is it, Greensboro, I think. So that's where they're coming from, off of 85.
That's a little distance.
Yeah, but it's off of 85, so it's like, you know,
It's
they
a
just-
straight shot,
Yeah,
but
straight
it's
shot.
a little
But
distance.
yeah,
It's
maybe
about, like,
5.
But you
6.
saw them big behind buses.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
You'll,
wanna say
you'll see
NCAT
it behind the scenes.
I
You'll
want to
see.
say NCAT Slick had like 3 or 4 of them
Yeah.
things. Cause,
Yeah, they
can't
pulled
stop.
up.
Because who was it? Virginia that was playing, right?
Yeah,
That was Virginia
Virginia
that,
State,
that
yeah.
was
Virginia
playing
State
right there.
and,
They had 2 buses.
Florida Memorial.
It felt like. It
They
was-
and that's the
they
furthest.
had
Yeah.
just 2
I feel like
buses.
they probably have the furthest trip, Florida Memorial, because their Florida Memorial I think is like in Miami. like in that area.
Okay.
So,
So
South
how long is Miami from here? About 8 hours.
Yeah,
Jackson, Virginia gonna be about 7
Virginia
hours,
State.
8 hours.
Yeah, I think Virginia State is like,
And
I can't remember
especially
what
if they
city.
up north, then
I
that's
think
gonna
it
be
might
a
be.
little
I think it
bit
might be
longer.
like around Richmond or something. I
Yeah,
can't
so if
remember.
they're up there, then
Yeah.
that's gonna be a long drive. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah,
right
it,
there.
it was definitely a vibe, man.
Great.
And
I
that
really
brought us
agree.
into the city too.
Yeah.
And that's what we got us going down memory lane, as Cooley said, man. Just talking about the city because we've been in Georgia, we touched down there,
Yeah, we
got to
was
see
on through
everything, and just had us thinking about everything that we did down there, and just in terms of sports and just life and how we came here to this point. But with that, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Watch these clips, see the videos, see what we had saw, enjoy it.
Bring me the alcohol.
Black women, they don't try to hear that shit. Nigga, you depressed, pussy ass nigga. You better put that dick on me.
I don't know about that. You did it. Then he got that shit on.
You gonna pause that?
No.
You gonna pause that?
No, this is behind the scenes.
He's saying what the woman would say.
This is behind the scenes.
Yeah, man.
is.
That's a reason. Nah, that's a
No,
reason.
it's not. No, it's
I'm
not.
speaking
Are you saying pause?
Wait,
Wait. Were you saying pause on the video or pause on that comment?
No, he's saying like a comment.
Oh, okay.
Pause on
Okay.
that comment.
No,
Okay,
man, I
okay.
call a flag. I throw the flag on that. Bullshit, bro.
Oh, this nigga gotta get a diagram next week.
Oh shit.
I'm about to fucking log into this laptop.
Oh, hell no, nigga. We gonna be on the next topic. Like that.
But why is because, nigga, you just because a female say it don't mean you should just be saying this shit.
But he put it in the female
He
voice.
did that. Come on,
He
man.
put it in the female voice, so you
Damn,
know.
this nigga the grammar
It
boy.
sounds like a nigga. I ain't never heard a female sound like that.
Man, I threw the flag.
Talking like a female.
Come on,
voice.
come on,
I
bro.
ain't
You
heard
gonna
it.
honor the call, bro? Bro, you gonna honor the call? Come on, you know that bullshit. There's two people saying it. All you niggas Leos. Come on, man.
I'm just
What
saying.
the
You put it in the female voice, so you know where it was
You
coming
know
from.
the content.
You know the content.
I
Sound like
give
a
you.
female to me. You sound like Frank.
That's all the
He literally did.
That's a
Man,
possession.
he even set it up. The nigga said, and females go say this, and females go. What you say?
I gave it pretense.
Yeah, you
I
gave
gave it
context. You
pretense.
gave all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
he
gave
said a
background.
female, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, nigga, that just because a female say it don't mean you have
You
to say,
didn't mean to
yeah,
do
let
that.
me ride dick. A female don't tell me, give me dick. A female don't, like, bro.
Now you're exaggerating.
What?
He's exaggerating.
What?
That's an exaggerated
Pause
version
this
of what I
shit.
just
Pause
said.
this shit. It's on camera.
Keep
It's
putting extra-
on
Yeah,
camera.
It's on camera, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
If
Hold on,
the
hold on.
camera is gonna
How about we
fucking-
play it back? How about we
They
play it back?
gonna definitely be like, the shit gonna hear you say, oh yeah, females be like, come here, nigga, give me that dick. That's exactly what the shit gonna hear you
But
say.
you-
and it's still,
Female-
needs a
You
pause.
said females say.
It's still, okay, yeah, pause.
Females gonna say.
No, alright.
Do you want to pause what the females gonna
If a
say?
female say, if I'm describing a female, be like, yeah, you know, last night she was over there.
If I would have sounded like a nigga, just
Hey,
Be careful, nigga. Be careful what you about to say.
She was raising up on my dick. You know, she like, yeah, nigga, you had some good dick last night. Yeah, you the Rizzler. And I'm over here telling y'all, I'm a pause.
Why?
Pause after.
Why?
That's a regular
Because-
story, nigga.
That's a story.
You're speaking on what
At the
she
end
was
of the day,
saying.
I'm talking to a group of men. And I'm talking
But why are we?
about
Clearly.
sexual
Gender roles.
action. I don't need to talk to y'all.
Hey, this
about
another
no
thing a
sexual
black
shit.
man can't do. He can't add pretense to a hypothetical.
Oh Lord.
You can't do that.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, I guess so. He's a black man in shackles. He can't do nothing. That's what he telling me.
God.
That nigga said.
How you feel about that, bro?
As he rolls up his marijuana, the nigga is shackled.
Because I told the nigga the straight was, he can't. That's just another thing a black man can't do. He can't pretense.
Clearly he can't, cause you the one who
just said
you the
that.
one
Is it
who.
because
You
you're a
just said
black
it
man,
was
or is it
right.
because I just said to fucking pause it? Because we're talking in this setting.
That's what
It's not because you're a fucking black man. It ain't got nothing to do
It's
with
hypermasculinity, because nigga, you went off the
Yeah,
rails with that
hypermasculinity.
one.
That's the
Very, very off the rails.
You
with that
you
one. That
dove.
nigga said no.
You dove for that one.
I'm still standing on it.
You dove for. You dove on that one.
I'm still standing.
Pause. Then now, see, I paused that one because that was crazy. I'm just saying he dove on
What
that
if I
one.
told you a
You
female
did.
made that phrase?
And I said pause.
Standing on business.
I said pause
How
on
would
it.
you feel about that one?
If a female made that phrase, it's not a gay phrase. Standing on business.
Okay, that's true.
Okay.
I don't know.
But hey, but what if y'all sitting here and y'all like, man, we smoking on dicks. That's a pause.
That's gay shit. That's gay because you're not gay shit. Like niggas be like, I'm toting dicks. Like, oh yeah, the dick on it. They need to pause that shit, bro.
Yeah, I
They
agree
need
with
to
that.
pause
But
that
what you're
shit.
saying, when you quote a female, I don't feel like it needs
Baby
to pause.
like me because I got the dick on it.
I feel like.
So because she said that, I ain't got to pause it no more.
Baby said in the song.
Oh, I don't care about the rapper dance.
Oh shit!
No, what you're saying, I feel like when you say quoting a female,
Not according to you.
Nigga said he shut me down. Oh god.
no, what I was gonna say,
Nah, but
Beyonce had one of the
Beyonce.
But nah, the thing
I'm using it.
what was I gonna say? Damn. Oh, I feel like the pause is giving the context that a female. This is what females say. That's a pause within itself. So I feel like since Frank says, you see what I'm saying? Like since he says females are gonna say this or females be like, that's the pause within itself. To the point where you don't need to add a pause. If
So
you
you're saying that I should just pause it at the beginning instead?
when he says females say this, that's an automatic like.
Females say, hey, pause.
You
You
That's the pause.
Yeah,
That's the no. That is the pause. That is the pause. That is the pause.
No. He
No.
agrees. He just want to stay on business. He just want to stay on it. He just want to stay so hard.
Pause is pause.
Tell him.
No. Pause is pause. No homo is no homo. It ain't got shit to do with a female would say this. Nigga,
It's
that's
the
not how this
substitute.
shit works.
It's the
If a
substitute.
nigga's just talking about fucking Arabians blowing up everything and an Arab would do this. So I'ma say it like this. So I'ma say it.
We gonna move the camera off of him.
If a rapper just talking about, oh yeah, I do lean, I do drugs, I do this, and then out of nowhere, a nigga just pull up, nah, you know, I wasn't trying to tell everybody to go do that. Now everybody gonna be like, what the fuck, nigga, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you-
It ain't the
Nah.
same context. It ain't the same context.
Nah, brother, you lost your crowd. Yep, you lost your stance. You ain't standing on business. Your business on went bankrupt, brother. Yeah, yo, don't stand on that. That done went bankrupt, brother. No,
Stand on what you said, boy.
no.
You got
to give me
you
that.
got 2 votes against 1. I don't care.
Hey,
It could be the fucking world versus me.
Cheap plug. There it is.
It could be the goddamn globe versus me.
And that's the reason why you heavily opinionated.
Bam.
That's two.
That's two.
I could go for three.
Oh, Lord.
Comfort.
So, Draymond Green, bro. As a fan, it's hard. It's hard being a Draymond Green fan.
Stan, goddamn.
Staying problem.
You standing on your last leg?
Last leg, but I'm on my last toe. I'm fighting for my life right now.
That was the craziest thing I've ever
So,
seen in my
if
life.
you don't know, Draymond Green now is definitely suspended. Indefinitely suspended.
What is
until-
that? Hold on, can you tell me what is that?
That means
For
that
whenever we
he's
tell you
suspended
that
till
he's
whenever they feel like they want to say this is how many games you have.
What concept?
He's on a vacation.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
when a police officer gets suspended without pay, but they don't know when they're how long they can come back.
That's fucked up to do that in basketball. But I will say this though, before we go in, because knowing that now, did y'all see the way he ran off the court after he did the shit?
Oh, yeah,
I
we
haven't
gonna
seen
get to
that.
it. We gonna get to it.
I haven't seen
We gonna
that.
get into
I need to see that.
So basically, if you don't know, Draymond Green
Yeah, I need to
is
show me that.
they're trying to inbound the ball, and Draymond Green is right there trying to get the ball, and Nurkic is behind him, and he's poking him. So,
Pause.
like, no, I mean he's literally like
No pause. Keep it
yeah.
going.
So he's actually poking him, and Draymond is trying to sell the call that he actually no, he wasn't poking him. He was pulling him.
Yeah, he was
That's
pulling
what-
on the jersey.
He was pulling on his jersey.
That's natural
So
basketball.
Regular basketball.
regular basketball move. So within that motion, he swings like he just swings his hand back to get him off of him. So when he swings back, it's like a wind up.
Block that nigga.
It's a straight wind up. Hit to the
I seen that. I want to see how he leaves the
I'm trying
court.
to see.
So
I'm trying to see how when he leaves.
I mean, that's just word by word of how it looked and what it was. He knocked Nurkic out. So this is, and you got to remember, this is, I'm gonna say, this is like his second or third game from the suspension of choking.
And that's,
Oh, no,
I think
Rudy
that's
Gay.
the reason
Rudy
why
Gay.
it's like this.
Rudy Gobert.
It's because that's why it's indefinitely. Because like what he did, that happens sometimes where the guy kind of swings a little bit, and they'll have an immediate amount of games
But he has
Alright, watch.
right then.
he has a history.
Watch this. This is how you run off the court. This is how you run off the court.
After
He
you
just
know-
trotted off.
After you know you dead
Look at his
wrong.
face. Yeah, I did it. Hey, look, it's just like
No,
so,
no.
I'm
Well,
about
he
to
always
say,
do the little.
He didn't do one of those.
He didn't do all of that, but he just ran off the court like
So that's
business decisions, nigga.
the fact that you made that because you brought it up in the press conference. He basically goes in and goes, "I apologize for what I did," which he never does.
He said it too. He said, "I never apologize."
He never apologizes. So that's why I'm like, this situation it's the culmination of all the stuff he's done in the past, and it's just at this point, that moment, yes, you said it right. People react like that all the time, but it's because
What
if
you
he
just
would have, let's just use this as an example, right? So
Talk to me.
if he's Nurkic, and this is just basketball play, if I'm sitting there and he's pulling on my jersey, my instance here is to do this, is to swipe this way.
Now-
I'm doing that.
now- but
I'm doing this to get him
He
off.
used that right
But
hand.
he
He used
used
that
Now
right
they gonna look. Now they gonna call a foul.
now because I'm constantly doing this.
Because I'm doing a lot.
Because I'm
I gotta
constantly
get
doing
repositioned to get back in there.
Right.
I gotta do all this other shit.
But Draymond Green, his motion is not this. It's literally from here to go here. That is not a motion of a basketball player. You don't do that if you're playing basketball. Like, bro, you don't be poked here and I bring my hand here to come all the way back to you. That's not how that works. And then your explanation of I was just trying to sell the call, that's not.
I think it was a business decision.
I can't
bro.
use that no more.
That boy was trying to get about that game.
Bro, yeah.
I feel like
Rudy said every time Steph and them don't play, he don't want to play.
he don't want to play,
He don't want to play.
and I
And
feel like
that's a crazy coincidence because when it happened, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, okay, Steph ain't play, Clay ain't play, and then this accident happened all in the same night. Like, I just looked at
I'm
that
about to say, I
and I'm
think
like, is that a coincidence?
Steph played.
It sounds like they need
Steph
Jordan Poole.
played that game. Clay was having a bad night that game, and then
Draymond just did.
Draymond just.
But see, I felt like it was on some. That boy had experience with his like chilling at the crib. That boy was like, shit, I'm 4 rings up. I done shoot that.
Well, I don't know
with
why
my
they're still
kids.
playing, bro. At this point, retire. But I think it
Shit,
feels
I'm
like
not
no,
gonna
it's-
let it
it's-
slap
See,
and
I
they
think it's a
didn't go
weird
home.
confliction because they got there so young to where it's like
Such a
most
bad
players
mindset.
retire at what, 37, 38 sometimes?
Nah, really about 30.
Okay, stars.
37.
37. And they're what, 33, 34? So it's like, I still got it in me. I'm supposed to keep playing a little bit. But it's like, dude, you really got your rings in your 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
You really can leave now. You
Well,
don't have to stay.
I think the thing is, what I really think it is right now is Draymond was never supposed to be where he's accomplished to be. He was a tweener type power forward. He was a small forward, really. He's 6'6", 6'7". He's a small forward, really, but he weighs the weight of a power forward.
Right.
And he plays the game of a power forward. And when he came in, everybody was talking small ball, this, that.
No,
It really wasn't small
They
ball.
weren't there yet.
It really wasn't
they
small
weren't there
ball. But no, because when he started playing, it was like, because when he came in, I mean, he had like 2-3 years, well, 2 years, about a year.
About a year.
Well, I would say a year or two of him on the bench and getting in and then this and that. And then he became that starter. Once he became a starter, it was like small ball this.
I want to
and
say
then-
he was with Mark Jackson for 2 years.
Yeah.
He was with Mark Jackson for about 2 years, and then Steve Kerr came in.
And then once that switch, it was like, yeah, no, you're a solid forward.
Yeah.
And it changed the league for real,
And you
because
could get down there with the centers.
yeah,
You
because
got
he
it.
played dirty.
Yeah.
My point of what I'm saying is he played that way and was able to because you had these elite shooters that was putting pressure on guys. You got to remember, before 10 years ago, you got a fast break. What your coach told you to do?
Lay it up. Go to the basket.
Lay the ball up.
You go to the basket every time.
We were watching Steph and
Every
Clay
time.
on a fast break shoot threes.
Yeah.
But then
Every time.
you gotta also remember now, Draymond used to shoot threes. He actually was shooting threes.
And only in a half-court setting.
In a
though,
half-court
because
setting.
that was my next statement. If you look at their shot percentages and look at their shot takes, now, even on 2K, you take a mid-range jump shot. Bad shot selection. It's 2 points. If I have the ability to make this bucket, I can make it. Granted, it's a bad shot selection if the defender right there, this and that, but if I'm wide open,
Yeah.
I can make this too.
Right.
They consider that analytically, and I agree, it is analytically.
I remember hearing that when I remember,
But-
maybe not the mid range, but the deep two. They said that's the worst shot you can ever take. I'm like, damn, nigga, I thought the worst shot is just a bad shot.
Exactly.
Like,
But it only became a bad shot because you're right there close to the 3-point line. So why not step back and get 3 points?
but that can change.
So
a lot.
that's what they.
Well, that
so,
can change a lot,
But
though.
Even
why-
if you're wide open.
And so
that step
to
back can
that
still
point,
change.
that question didn't become until Steph
That's
and
true.
Clay.
Until the three ball
But
became.
I get
Why
What
not
people do,
step
But
back?
I gave it the credit to Draymond was at that time you have to understand when the moments was all going on, we weren't seeing big men run a fast break. So
He was a little big.
he was a little big man. So like you wasn't about to stop him when you coming down.
That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
fucking.
but he
That
had
was
the,
what was
he had the
fucking
knowledge
shit up.
and
Yeah.
understand.
He had the
how to-
IQ.
He'd
the
throw that
personality.
shit. He'd throw it out.
He could shoot the open shot.
He watched Braun do that shit.
right?
He played off of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson's shooting ability and was able to flush because he's a facilitator.
Absolutely. So to everything
man
that we're saying,
play style.
I think that what we're seeing right now is
Big man play style.
he doesn't, the skill gap, he never was supposed to be where he's at. He played his heart out. He's a great, he's a Hall of Famer.
Great fit for that.
He's
team.
a great fit. He did everything he could have did to be where he is right now. Because one thing that you cannot take away, yeah, you got these great shooters, but he was a part of winning those rings. But what we're seeing now is now these guys who can't shoot at the rate of what they're shooting at, the league has caught up to how y'all play in terms of we're gonna take the 3 rather than the 2, rather than get to the cup. Rather than slow the ball and get in a half-court setting, we're going to take the 3. Now you're seeing teams, i.e. the Pacers, fucking scoring, leading the league in scoring. They're scoring 130 points every game.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, this is what we're
It's
watching.
been the highest scoring
It's
NBA
like 30
season.
points.
Yeah.
For the past 3 years, we've witnessed 3 to 4 players score over 30 points per game.
Right.
Nigga, it was a thing. It was a you damn near was like, bro, I can't
Jordan,
believe
you had-
you feel me?
Yeah.
You Jordan if you
Bro,
scored
you-
30.
you talking
and
about
it was a
scoring 30
high
in a
feat to
game.
score
We
24.
don't see
Brunson just dropped 50.
You know what I'm saying? We don't
and it
see
still
the
felt
games
like,
now.
okay.
People are dropping 50 and 60.
Giannis just dropped 64, and it's still kind of
Just
like
like 64.
eh.
And we're gonna
It's
take
great.
Don.
It's
We
not-
don't talk about
Don
Giannis.
just dropped that 72,
last year.
74
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah. And it still feels like,
Bro, but what you gotta understand is what we're watching right now is a repeat of history. And when
Yes.
I say a repeat of history is if you are a basketball fan and you know this, the Detroit Pistons, their style was so different. It was weird.
It was defense
it,
first.
It was defense first.
ugly.
It was the opposite of what was going on in
What
the
was
league.
going on at the time?
And this is where I said history repeat itself. I only know it because I'm a huge fan of Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, literally, he was a great fit for that team. But as the years went on, before they really started tearing apart the Detroit Pistons and the Bad Boys, he started unwinding. Because it was like, yo, you're tearing apart for him, it was like, you're tearing apart my family. But you could start seeing the coil was starting to come unloose for him. Where he wasn't being that old good boy like he was.
No, he changed.
He started
That's
changing.
when he changed.
It started, like you
Niggas
see
don't
it
know.
happen.
Dennis was not.
It was,
We're gonna say Dennis the menace as he is.
He was just the
not
worm.
that at all.
He was just the worm. As the guy who could get you rebounds constantly, be hustle guy all the time. He didn't
guard your guy because he guarded. I want to say he was
guarded
guarding
everybody.
Magic 94 feet. It got to the he was guarding Jordan 94. It got to the point where Jordan just gave it to Scotty and was like, bro bring that
he's
shit up.
guard from
Nah, get
1
it at
to the
other
4.
side.
He
But it was
called
just the
Shaq
fact
in
that
his prime.
he was the
He
guy.
called a Shaq in his prime.
But it was like he was the guy. So it was like not the guy, but as like he was that glue.
He was
so it was like
he was a prominent figure on the team.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
So for
when you
Dennis at
said
that
Dennis
point,
Rodman, whole
once you got Dennis, it was like, like
yeah,
it was like championship.
Like now we got something. Now we
Because
got that
I
hustle
want to
guy.
say they drafted him, and I mean, and he was like, bro, I didn't know
I was
what
gonna
the
get
fuck."
drafted.
Yeah, you know what I
So
mean. He's like, bro, I didn't.
He was
know
like,
what
I was
the
just gonna
fuck."
go by my day. So it was like with this moment now, when you want to compare it to what was going on back then to now, you have to understand the glue that has kept Golden State together was always Draymond Green. Yes, Steph Curry is that superstar. Klay Thompson is the second best shooter behind Steph Curry. But you have to understand what kept that team aggressive, kept the team aggressive on defense, off the court, on the court, was always Draymond Green. So it was like he gave that glue that kept them all together. So when now we're watching it, yeah, he's always done stuff like the kicking and all this other the text and all this stuff,
Right.
all that stuff.
all the
But
extracurriculars.
you have to understand, even for that finals when he got suspended in Game 7, that's the moment you knew Draymond Green was important to that
That's a
team.
fact. That's
So
a fact.
that's when people
He got
didn't
no, it was
understand.
game 5, but
But Game 5, so like that's when he didn't.
no, he got suspended game
Game
5.
6. He got games.
It was game 5 because they was already down 3-1, and then after being down that 3-1, they were suspended game 5, and Braun was like, "Yo, we got him. We got to go get
3-2.
this." And then they got that 3-2, came back, and then
1-2 back.
no, actually, I think you're right. I
No,
think
they
he
won-
He got
he got
suspended
game
in game 5. He got suspended for game 6,
But he played game
and
7.
Then he played game 7.
But
Yeah, that wasn't enough. Yeah.
that wasn't enough because that
No,
lets
after
you know.
that, everybody else is psyched out.
Yeah.
You got to remember,
They was up.
we're
3-1.
up 3-1. One more game,
We
this
can
shit
put
is
them away.
over
We can
with.
put
So
them
in
away.
game
And those
4,
they were close games too.
Yeah.
Them 3-1s. Yeah.
I don't know if they had won, but let's just go to game 5. In game 5, shit, we pulling up, going to beat me.
We gonna put them away.
Yeah,
We gonna put them
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
We about to put
You know
them
what
away.
I'm
They
saying?
get they dub, and then you like,
And then
But they get their dub.
wait, where was game
3-2.
5 at? That's
It was in Cleveland.
It was in Cleveland.
Okay, so now I'm going to
he
game
kicked-
6. I'm like, nigga, I'm going
But you gotta-
home.
you
Kicks him. No,
You
game
didn't kick him.
6
You didn't
was
kick him.
game 6
Remember
was
that.
in
Because that was
Cleveland.
Cleveland. No, was it? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was
It's
because
true,
because
it's
LeBron
true,
won that
it's
shit in
true,
there
it was.
because that shit was quiet as fuck.
And LeBron won that shit,
Won
yeah.
that shit.
Because I was saying, because that
They went to
game
Vegas
5,
afterwards.
that game 5, you gotta remember, they get the dub and they take out Draymond Green because he's going to get suspended. Because that was the whole narrative of that playoffs was Draymond can't get no more techs. He gets a tech,
Yeah,
he's going to
that
be
was a
suspended.
running- that was a
That was the running theme the whole time.
storyline.
And if I'm the
The whole
Warriors
playoff
organization and I'm looking at this now, I gotta remind myself, I could have 5 rings if it wasn't for that.
Nah,
Yeah, no,
Because if he doesn't get suspended,
He doesn't.
they win that championship.
You would say
So-
no, but
But
that
then that means they probably
So
don't get KD.
let's back up real quick. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about fans or are we talking about the owner? Because the owner's looking at the fact that when I drafted them, we were worth millions. We are worth $3
That's true
billion
in,
right now.
in money wise, yeah, money wise, yeah.
I can give a fuck about that 5th ring.
no, we're talking
we're
about
worth $3
We're
billion.
talking about player wise.
Yeah.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
you're
No,
looking at
player wise, yeah.
Maybe Kerr, maybe coaching wise, because
He got rings. He's got rings.
He
bro.
got
rings. He got a ring like a mug. But I'm
Oh, you're right,
I'm looking
that's
at
true.
it player wise, where you're
Yeah.
sitting there, you're thinking.
Now, every
It's-
single
it's
one of
fine.
them say it, and I will say this: every single one of them have already said. Draymond has said it himself. Fuck the ring they just won versus the Celtics. I take that ring versus the Cavs.
Bro,
They fuck 2 of my rings. I
Because
want
you
to say
have
they
to-
said
because that
I
would've
don't
been a
care about
back-to-back.
2 of
That
those
would have
rings.
back to back.
on the
I
same
want that ring.
yeah.
That would have been a back to
That's
back.
the one that
That would have been the
haunts
same
them
year
the
they
That would have
won.
been a certified.
They won
dynasty.
3-1.
They
They came
No
back from a
question.
3-1 before that.
Yes,
And
Yeah, that's
then
true.
after the year they won the record.
they broke that record.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. They
what
wanted to
was it?
solidify the year
72,
because what the
73
fuck
and
is 73-9 without a ring?
73 and
nine.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the Patriots.
Yeah.
16-0 couldn't win
ring.
that. It's like nigga, what the fuck is
So and it's like as a non, like I wasn't crazy about football then. I wasn't watching. I was watching basketball. It's like shit. Yeah, I heard they had won all those games. They ain't
But-
win the Super. You know what I mean?
but
It
they
don't
didn't win the
stick.
championship.
It don't stick.
Yeah.
But to
that
bring it back,
story
though,
ain't a
Draymond was
legendary
that
story. no more.
Draymond was that piece. He needed to be there for that game for them to win.
That's a fact.
and it was like, yo, once he got that tech, everyone already knew at that
And
moment. So
deflated-
for me, he wasn't kicked out the
They
game.
deflated
I wonder
like-
what Vegas was.
He wasn't
they
kicked out the
deflated
game.
the
though.
energy of that
It
team.
was, yeah, because they knew it. Because you got to understand, he got the tech, but he didn't get kicked out the game.
Because he was mucking up a lot for Braun.
Yes.
At the time.
Yes.
He was like, it was, because the thing about it was, Bron was able to go to the hole, nobody can see me.
Yeah.
When you got Harrison Barnes in front of me, and then you got this guy who says, fuck my other teammate.
Yeah.
He literally sent Kevin Love through the pressure.
Right. He did.
Like, Kevin Love came out about, mental health and X, Y, and Z. After that, I don't even think he could have been depressed winning Rookie of the Year.
Right.
And I want to say, did he get an MVP over in Minnesota?
No,
but he was Rookie of the Year though.
He was in the conversation.
But he was in the conversation
Every year. He was
and
every
it
year.
was
Warren time.
I don't even think you got time to be depressed.
At
When
that
you doing
point.
that shit, because you balling. I'm on the top of the world.
But at that point,
Then I get over here.
I'm third option.
I'm third option. I'm in the highest feet. This is the highest of playing basketball. There's no other time when it's going to be more competitive.
Yeah.
And you got a guy who's literally in the midst of the game constantly doing this.
Now hold on now. And what makes that
hitting that
crazy is,
Caitlin Clark.
let's not act like Kevin Love can't shoot. Because he is one of the best 3-point shooters. So it's
Now, but back then, remember,
even
he
then-
went-
No.
with Minnesota, he'd bang about
I
one
gotta
or
stop
two.
you, Pat.
But you got
I gotta stop you,
because
Pat.
everyone
Kevin
knew
Love been
when
had
that
a
ball,
strap.
when that
He
tap,
had a
had a
strap,
strap.
but it
He
wasn't a
always
three
had
ball.
it.
yes it
wasn't
was.
a
Yes,
three
it
ball.
was.
That
Yes,
he
it
was
was.
deadly from the three.
I
He
gotta
was
look- we gotta
deadly.
look
Any given night in his prime, he was willing
was-
to drop,
bro.
I felt
He was
when
prime
I saw him. I
At
thought he
any
had more
given
bang in
given
him.
night,
Pause.
At
I
any
thought he
given
had
night,
more
he'll
bang
drop
in him in the
40.
paint.
He'll drop 40.
I go with that. Then.
He could. I
I'm trying to think
he
of
had
a
that
Kevin
turn.
Love was fucking up the
I
whole
felt like
league.
he had them shoulder. He was
No,
on some
I'm gonna say this.
Tim Duncan
He
shit.
could shoot.
He was
That-
able to do
he-
Shaq and Tim Duncan
He could
work
shoot.
to me.
That's what it was. It was like he could
was
shoot.
like a more expanded.
He was a
version of
shooter that
Tim
was
Duncan.
actually good enough.
Fact.
But the thing was, when he went to Cleveland, he only
He
became a
only
shooter.
became a shooter.
That was his
So
goal.
when he had the
And
game,
that-
when he
and
was in
that's hard to
Minnesota, he could go to the
bang,
hole,
yeah,
he could
he could
shoot
to
to
warm
warm
up
up.
for three.
But
To
that's
warm up for three.
so
Now,
that's why
you
I'm
get over there and
saying-
you tell me I
But
only
I'm
need
saying,
to
But
shoot.
you gotta go.
That's
Now
hard
when
to
he
do.
was shooters, JJ Redick.
But no. I'm gonna say he went from in Minnesota, he was only shooting 6. He was shooting like 5 or 6 threes a game. When he went to Cleveland, it became 8 and only 8.
Only 8 threes.
Only
If
8
that.
threes.
Shit.
So his field goal percentage, you would look at it, he would shoot he would shoot the ball maybe like I'll go 16,
He was shooting good.
16, 18
Wait.
times. He would shoot 16 to 18 shots a game, but out of those 16, 18, 6 and 8 of them were threes. So like when he got to Cleveland, it was like he only shot 8 times that night, and
It was
all
all
8 of them was
threes.
threes.
'Cause
So
that's
it was
the
like
goal. You
so
gotta-
you
you
basically
got
took him
every
out
But
the
ball.
I'm
hole.
not saying he
You
didn't
got
shoot
independent.
well when he got to Cleveland. I'm
He- no,
saying
he-
You're
to
not
me,
a pomade
he
outside
wasn't
of
a.
offense.
To me,
Yeah.
he was. It was like literally the passing of the torch of Kevin Garnett in Minnesota.
Right.
No,
It was the exact
went
same
Kevin
game to
Garnett, and it went
It went to Kevin Love.
It went to. It was the exact same game
that's
to
the
me.
thing. It made
went Al-
Kevin Love was.
Al-
To be honest with you,
Al Jefferson.
we
It
gonna
went
give
Al
we gonna give
Jefferson
honor
and Kevin
to
Love.
we gonna give yes. Good point because Al Jefferson was there before Kevin Love.
and he was the number one option. on
We
that
gonna
team.
give respect to Kevin Garnett, but at that point, K Love was that guy to the point where he had took over that legacy of Kevin Garnett because Kevin Garnett, you gotta remember,
I'm
Kevin
talking the
never-
game. I'm talking just their game.
just the game. Yeah,
I'm talking like it
he
literally
would go down
looked
there.
the exact same to me.
That's why I
in
give
Minnesota.
appreciation to Al Jefferson because he took over that role of Kevin Garnett of that down there because he didn't shoot threes.
No.
he
No,
didn't
hell
bang
no.
anything.
Yeah.
Kevin Love could shoot threes. He could get down there in the post.
He could do
He
everything.
could cut. He
I
could
just-
dunk. He could do
But
everything.
I feel like if we look back, I feel like shit. Y'all talking about a white boy shooting threes. Y'all thinking about Andre Karolinko, AK-4, you know what I'm saying? But when it come to
He was
white boys at that time, but K Love to me was because you got to remember where the game was. The game was not. Rashad Lewis
Yeah.
was one of the first power forwards,
stretch
forwards that
for
was
Orlando.
doing that for
When they
Orlando,
went that
and that
long,
came in
right.
about 09 and
But that's
10.
saying he
That's
was
when
a
they
stretch
went on
forward.
that-
That was when about
he was a stretch
K-Love.
forward like a dunk.
Right, they had
But that was when about K Love. K Love was the main guy. K Love was shooting middies on the block. He was going
But he
from
was
the
the
elbow
primary
to elbow.
scorer.
Yeah, because he was.
So he had to he had a
Some games he had to shoot
he had
that
a
three.
bullshit game. His offensive game.
He was a
right,
three-level-
open.
he was
Some
a three-level
games, some
threat.
games you had to do that
Yeah.
because
So
I'm the
who else was on
primary
that
guy.
team?
Ain't
Yeah.
nobody else gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Right.
But is that my game? No,
Was it
I don't
shooting?
think that's it. That was his.
No.
I don't think that.
See, that might not have been his
game.
game, but that was where he had his
could
best
do it.
production.
Yeah.
He
Because
could
look
do
at
it.
what he's done
His three
in
was-
Cleveland to where you had to put in a box in terms of, I just need you to shoot threes. It's not as good.
But
Then
if you
even-
look at his first year, it wasn't as good as it turned out to be. And he's talked about it. He said, I literally had to go in the lab for summers and get used to, I can't dribble, then get my shot.
Right.
I have to tick, 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 tick. Shoot that bitch.
That's why I said Cleveland. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cleveland kind of not ruined Kevin Love, but they basically did because they boxed him in.
Yeah.
They literally he went from that post guy going to the bucket, middies, crossover threes.
It was
Because
nasty.
I remember bro, he literally had a season where I want to say he hit like 4 or 5 game winning threes.
That's a fact.
Just alone.
That's a fact.
And that's why I was like,
He's a bucket.
He's a bucket. But when he got to Cleveland, it was like you need to sit in the corner and shoot. But that's when you have to think when they built that team, they had a bunch of shooters. So Kevin Love, yes, he was a third option, but when it came to shooting,
Right.
he was like the second or third option there
Right.
too. Because you had to think you got Gerald Smith there. Gerald Smith, you have to feed him the ball instantly when the game starts. He's one of those people like Klay Thompson now, where you have to feed them the ball to get them warmed up. That's why it was times when Kevin Love didn't even get a shot up to like second or third quarter.
That's a fact.
But so it was like at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, we see
that's
that
why
in Miami right now.
No, that's why he in Miami like that now.
That's
so
a
like
fact.
now when you get to like that playoffs, Draymond was like, bro, he hasn't shot all day.
I don't care.
I don't
paying
care about him
So he
shooting.
mucking shit up for Bron.
Yeah, now
he's
he's
gonna double team that.
Yeah, we're gonna double team him every time.
'Cause you got-
So at that point of that playoffs, you have to understand he already got a take in that series before.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
right before they going in, they're like, Draymond Green has one more tech, then he's suspended, and it's like, bro, that was literally like the cloud hovering over them the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Just Draymond hold it together, and then at that point, and I still say it to this day, I don't think Draymond deserved that tech.
Which one?
When LeBron James stepped over him.
Oh,
And he reacts to it. Because
did.
any man, bro, you step over me at that point, I'm going to be like, hey, yo, bro.
That's the ultimate.
And that- it wasn't like he went like that.
foul on me already though.
What?
Isn't Bron had got it was a hard foul. Bron was already going to the line.
No. He got that tech when Draymond was on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's when LeBron had just stepped. No, LeBron tried to get back in play because he set a screen on him. So he set a screen on him. Draymond fell. Then I know it. LeBron, like, literally,
And I'm getting in the play.
he literally stepped over him.
What am I supposed to do? Step around you?
Bro.
The play requires me to step over. The play requires me to step
and
forward.
I know we can't talk about stepping over when that nigga went to
Come
Sabonis
on,
last year
like,
with
come
the,
on.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. So that, like,
God
that's what I'm
dang.
saying. It's like, nah, bro, I'm about to. This shit might agitate you. Get your ass up. Why you on the ground? You done fell.
Right.
Nigga, get your clumsy ass
But
up.
no, the thing that bothered me was that Draymond got the tech and LeBron didn't. And I was like, bro, you step as a grown
He ain't
man.
step on the nigga.
As a grown man, if
Do it
you
again, man.
hit it, pause.
He ain't do
I'm
that.
just saying,
What
as
the
a
fuck
grown
is that?
man, if his jump goes across my head while I'm trying to get up, bro, I'm not about to sit there and be like, oh, it happened.
Jaylen Brown and Draymond Green. When Jaylen Brown and Draymond Green.
Yeah, Trevor. Yeah.
Remember when Jaylen Brown and Draymond during that series, Jalen Green was on the ground.
Oh, back
Draymond walked past him and Jaylen Brown trying to get up and he's jumped in and he
Yep.
didn't boom. Was Jalen
fuck.
was Jalen Green supposed to get?
That's bad
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
management.
Jaylen Brown supposed to get.
Damn.
Jaylen Brown supposed to get was Draymond supposed to get like bro nah
Yeah.
like let's not
Yeah.
because Draymond in that same Draymond damn near just squatted when he didn't walk past pause the nigga that damn near took the step and was like yeah, I'm gonna chill
Teabag.
you feel me so
Call
when
of Duty.
Bron did it I'm trying to
like
get in
we
the
ain't
play
playing Call of
and
Duty.
I ain't just sticking up for Bron I am.
You are.
Yeah.
But in that same breath,
Hey,
in
I'm
that
with it.
same
You
breath,
are
though,
sticking up for LeBron.
you know, the
Your
thing
bias
is you gotta understand where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. When you already been doing this bullshit, bro, they on edge.
Yeah.
At this
and
point,
the way I look at it is it's because what he did wasn't too crazy, but it's the fact that you just got back. That's
just
why
got back.
because like you said,
No. It was crazy.
The new shit?
The new one with the punch,
That's
that was
crazy.
crazy.
No. Who sent the compilation? Somebody sent the compilation
Of all the stuff he done?
Of all the stuff. That wasn't as crazy looking at
Compared
all that.
to all the other stuff.
Compared to all the other stuff, that wasn't as crazy. And like I said earlier, that's happened before where the guy kind of like swings. You know, you got that
Yeah,
shit.
you got
And
that.
usually they have a number of games for it. But the fact that his is indefinitely has to do with the fact that
I'm
it's
gonna tell
like,
you, it's
we
kinda
can't,
like-
nigga, because
Oh.
you just choked the nigga out.
Yeah.
So we can't give you
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
because that's not as bad as choking. We can't give you under 5.
Yeah.
It's weird. So that's like, nigga, just wait.
Bro, it's
we
just
gotta
like,
come to a
it's
decision.
literally just like the Metal World Peace thing with James Harden.
That's what I was thinking when I was saying this.
When he
shit.
did the elbow,
How many did he
was
get for this?
fucking crazy.
How many did he get?
I gotta look that
I
up.
think it was
On
indefinitely for a minute.
Yeah, it was
Boys had to go ahead and
Bro,
look into that shit.
but the thing about that is, Metal World Peace one was like, he did it, but it was a wow since he did some crazy stuff like that. It wasn't like he did something, he just came back like Draymond.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, with this situation, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm a Draymond Green fan.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's nothing. It should be nothing less than 20.
Okay, let me ask you this though. See, that's the thing.
This is as bad
Because-
as John Morant pulling out the
This-
strap.
Yeah! I got him, fellas.
This is
okay,
as bad
but
as
no, this is really what I was about to ask. Okay, so which is worse, the choke or the punch?
The punch.
The punch.
The punch.
The punch.
The punch.
Because
Okay, see,
look,
to me,
the
in my
choke-
head, I was thinking, I was like, see, the choke is worse because it's premeditated. It wasn't during play. And
That's
then-
why. That's
so
why to me it's not worse because nigga, it's up. You are up. It's already that.
Yeah.
It's already that.
Yeah.
Rudy and them already had that beef. It was already shit kind of going on at that point because
Well, they say
like
he don't
Clay,
like international niggas.
Yeah.
Clay,
So nurses
Clay,
had it
Clay-
covered. Anybody with
Buddy
a
was
chicken,
facts.
get ready, nigga.
But look, no, Clay and Buddy was already tussling, so it was like
You gave me mine.
it was crazy that the nigga came out of nowhere
And
and
choked
did
him.
that shit and choked him. Like that's wild.
That was crazy.
But for you to be in the middle, like, bro, do you know how many people, coaches, as a defensive player, I mean, bro, my job, if I'm sitting
It's
in
to
a
be irritated.
2-3, is to literally do this. My defender's right here, eyes on the ball. Where's the ball? My defender's right here. Touch him. Now my defender about to leave me. Look to see where my defender's going. Communicate with my team. He's going into your zone. Look back at the ball. I'm touching, I'm doing shit like this all
Yeah.
game. Now it
Yeah.
gets crazy in that motherfucker as the game go. Cause I'm not about to just let you run to that man's zone
Right.
passively while he got the ball, penetrating on that side. Now you gonna be to come over there and set a little ball screen. Now you got, I'm not gonna let you just do this. Now I'm stepping over. I'm doing all
You-
type
you're
of
doing
shit.
stuff
I'm
in the
just
way.
bothering
You're in
the
the
fuck
way.
out of you.
Yeah,
Just because and making sure you just don't even want to go over there, bro.
Yeah,
I
it's not
gotta
a
do.
good look for
I gotta
him.
run a whole different play just to get over
Has Jordan
there.
Poole talked about this? Like, has he,
Jordan
like,
Poole-
he-
hey,
like,
Poole
he-
gonna
But
say-
that's what, see, you
I know how it feels.
I agree because Draymond's punch was it was like it was a regular basketball play going on that he turned it into an irregular basketball play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's
That's
like,
If
one
we was
thing.
playing pickup and you did that crazy ass
Bro.
shit, it'd be like, bro.
shot.
Nah,
Like,
if we was playing pickup and you came out of nowhere and rolled for your teammate like that, crazy as
Crazy
fuck,
moment.
but we would still be like,
Yeah,
shit.
it's basketball.
It's basketball and that's
It
how it
happens.
goes. When
You
he
gotta
didn't know what
defend
was
your
going
teammate.
on, you gotta defend
I
your,
get
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
That's
That's
not
the
But
point.
this is
I
a
get
regular like defending inbound play, and I just dropped him. I just dropped this man.
For no
I
Yeah,
wound it
yeah.
up and I dropped him.
No, he
that's-
wound it up and he.
It's not like he
Yeah.
pushed
Yeah.
you. He was just.
Yeah.
Bro, he literally was giving you a
Like,
tongue.
damn, nigga.
Like, bro, so that's crazy. Yeah. Instead of like literally going
He
like,
did. That's
Yeah,
what
he did.
and it's not like he went to actually swipe him off before.
No.
So it's not like he swiped him off one
He
time.
just said
swiped him
enough
off two
is
times.
enough.
He
They were
literally
like,
just
where
like,
was
you
he
know, I'm
enough?
done.
He just
I'm
said
done.
He
this.
said enough.
One strike. rule.
Like, bro,
That's why I feel like he
A
won't
lot
go
of
back
animals.
home.
That brother need therapy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I knew it was.
I got a question though about that.
I
There's
knew,
a lot of
but
people saying
before
that.
you go to that, because I was about to say, I knew it was bad when I heard when Steve Kerr is maybe one of the nicest people I could say in the league.
Oh, I did hear what
But
said.
when he said, "Hey, that dude with that punch.
Same dude that
the
did
same
this.
dude that
Same
punched.
dude that did this
Yeah.
in Game
Like,
5.
he went-
That's how I know them niggas think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Niggas,
He's like the same dude that did
nigga, that's
this,
7 years
same
ago.
dude that punched Jordan Poole, the same dude that choked Rudy Gobert, the same dude that just punched Nurkic. He can't come back to the
He was
finals.
always about to say
He
that.
basically said that.
Let me ask this
Who
though.
said that?
Steve Kerr.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He basically said
Exactly.
that. That's how you
You
know
better,
it's
you
a
better.
problem.
But let me ask
Hey,
you-
and he's better watch his mouth for that nigga next.
What is therapy?
Oh, I was just.
No, they say that.
But
They're
they
saying
have,
that.
but not.
What
the,
is therapy?
Yeah, it has to be personal. It can't be like NBA therapy.
How's my anger management gonna be? I don't even think he was mad. I don't think he was mad. I don't think half of these plays he was mad. I feel like he was just trying to play basketball.
I don't think
That's how he was taught to play basketball.
I feel like that's
And
how he was
I
trying
hate
to play
that cop
the
out.
game.
What do you mean you were taught like that?
No, it's
Because
not.
remember when I was
look at
saying,
Stockton.
remember I was saying, like, did he come into this type of time
I'm
on his
sure.
rookie year? He didn't do this shit till they got like a ring type
No,
shit.
he been this
He's-
way.
he's been intense.
This how the nigga
Okay.
made
He's
it
been
in
intense.
college.
He's
always
This is
intense.
what he does.
Not in
been
football.
intense.
I seen that one. That football one when he tried to football, they said, nigga, please. Oh, shit.
He's always been intense.
He said, hey, bro, so
I can-
press
I
off,
can
press
say
off.
that. And I
Let
would
me
say
get my
that
route.
because
They said,
That's
"No."
how I was, like, when I played basketball, I played basketball in the park. So, like, I'm playing around grown men all the time. So, I'm constantly aggressive no matter what. I'm always angry. I'm just always aggressive.
Yeah.
So, even when we play basketball, and I played basketball with Cooley and Pat for years, we're brothers. But when we get on that court, I don't like you. I hate you. I really don't. I want you to lose, and I want you to understand that right now we're not friends.
You had to tone back.
Yeah.
You had to, like, when he started playing in that organized, when we was with, but you saw Najee having to, he got easy calls, like it was just quick calls because he was being aggressive. He was just being aggressive. It wasn't even necessarily a foul that, like, after the first one. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, he was just, like, the ref already know this motherfucker about to be aggressive.
Intense.
Like, he's intense off the bail. And that's why it got to the point to where it got to, like, niggas knew. Yeah, now he about to come out. Coach would even tell Najee, go get that foul, bro.
Yeah.
Just go get that shit.
That's-
Fuck him.
I got
You
that.
got
five.
four. Yeah, how many
He's
you
like,
got
you
in
got
high school?
five.
5? You got 5.
You got
At
five.
that point, if you've been playing like that for so long, and also on top of that, you've been getting success with that type of play style, it's hard for somebody to just
Turn it
When
off.
you're 10th,
can't
so
just
when
turn
you're
it off.
12th in
what
the
is
West,
counseling?
when you're 12th in the West, no, I was saying that in terms of
No, not you.
Don't-
I'm
but
talking
I think-
everybody else.
Yeah,
Not-
and
like,
I
you
think it
already
has to
said
be
that.
a personal.
People
because
are literally saying
that
this.
the NBA counselors ain't gonna do nothing.
Like-
They're
like,
just gonna be like,
that's what
do
Steve Kerr
you
was saying.
feel bad about? Do you? How does that? No,
But it's just playing. It's just changing the way that you play the game.
because
That's
it's not
what
like
it
this
was
is his
about.
personal.
That's why
I
I
feel
said-
like you.
that's why I
Lose
said-
the fucking game if you're gonna lose the
That's
fucking
why I
game.
say he needs to. It's gonna have to come to the point where he has to understand, like, bro,
Be smart
they
about
need me too much on this team. They need, and I think it's right now he's got the mindset of they need me on this team, but in a bad way. It's not they need me to win. It's like, I'm here. I got my bag. I did this. Y'all, this is how much you really need me.
Right.
But it's not like in the sense of, okay, I'm important on this team. We can win. Like
Right,
we can
it's
still
also-
win
it's
if
also
I
like,
actually keep
can't
my
nobody
focus.
do what I do,
Right.
so I can do whatever. But instead,
But
he
you
really
gotta-
needs to
it's
realize
arrogantly.
He really
You
really
on a
needs to
team with
realize
one of the best
no
duos we've
one
ever
does
seen.
what you do.
But now that one of
So
those duos
bring
has
that to
fallen
the
off, it's
table.
kind of. It's like now that part of that duo is falling off a bit. It's like
I think he's
it's not a lot of
spoiled.
room
I
there.
think he's never
good.
really.
He has
I
got
think he
spoiled.
is. Yeah.
He's got
But they
spoiled.
won a
right.
lot. They won like what?
Four.
3. Well, the
4
first
in 5
two-
years.
They won 2 champions the first 3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's early success at a young stage of your career. So that basically encapsulated and solidified his play style.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got.
Put him
He's
in
got.
there, yeah.
He's got
He,
spoiled.
what
right.
has he grown?
Look
The
at
only
Clay.
thing he's grown is like now I can get maybe 2 threes a game now. That's the only
Not-
thing we've
not
ever
even
seen
that,
him grow.
right?
No, back
No.
then. There was a short time where it was like his growth was, oh, I can hit a 3 now. Me too,
Yeah,
I
you
can
had-
join in.
you had to come out.
Pool party,
He
nigga.
could-
you
He
had
had
to
his
come
bag.
out.
then. He would pull the shot back then. Nowadays it's
Now
like,
it's like-
bro, that man, you Ben Simmons, that man.
Yeah.
Turn around.
So it's like
Turn around
there's
and
been
just-
no
he can
growth
still
in
like-
try
terms
to
of
defend
game.
He can still hit a 3.
He can shoot.
He can still shoot.
He's not
But
gonna pull
but
the
it's
shot.
not. Yeah, he's not gonna constantly pull it. It's like, oh, you already gave it to me. You know what? Fuck it, I'll shoot it now. But the next time you do that, I'm gonna look to pass it. I'm not like it's gonna be on and off. But like
He
now,
did just have a game where he hit like
three.
I thought it was 4.
3 or 4. Yeah.
Okay, so because Steph ended up throwing him the ball in the corner for the game-winning shot. It was a stupid-ass decision.
But
all other shit.
But
It
yeah,
was
man,
crazy.
you hit it right on the head, Coop. You hit it right on the head. He's spoiled rotten at this point because he got the rings, he got the money. The team needs me.
I feel like they
It's-
all got that decision except for Steph, which is the craziest shit
Yeah.
because he's the best one. But you got Clay
Yeah,
out
no
here.
fumble.
You got Clay out here, goddamn.
But even the best needs
You feel
supporting
like
cast.
you feel like they should put me on the bench? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I feel like they should.
Hey man,
Even the best has a certain
You
cast that they
sitting there,
need.
you
Steph
look-
needs another shooter for when he's off. He needs an enforcer because he's not aggressive like that. Just like LeBron needs niggas that can shoot.
Yeah.
Niggas that can do a little bit of this. Because there'll be days where he can't.
He
You know?
needs an enforcer too.
yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
gonna act like he
yeah.
don't.
But not at the
We're not
level of
gonna act like he
Draymond. But in terms of like aggressive, in terms of like in the paint.
AD
Because
could be that
LeBron will at least bully you. in the
He
paint.
needs to be that consistent enforcer. He's a one game.
AD do need to just start bullying niggas
Yeah.
instead of just
He-
being a player.
He bullies people
'Cause he sucks.
but just inconsistently. You get it one night where he gets like almost 6 or 7 blocks. And he's
one of
actually
them
aggressive.
people.
No,
and then out of
I
nowhere,
want-
He's one of them people.
I want
you gotta
4 or
get-
5.
no, I'm saying that comes in that. He's
want
talking
all that
trash.
shit.
He
He's
don't come out-
He's
And
bumping
that don't
chest.
help when you're 12th in the West.
Yeah, it
When
doesn't
you're
help.
12th in the West and doing stupid shit, I don't need that.
I don't feel like, but I'm not gonna act like
That's a huge
like
factor.
Draymond not being there is what's fucking shit up a little bit.
But
But when he was there, them niggas was still losing.
yeah,
So it's like
there's more problems to it,
it's-
but
yeah.
but the one that's hovering over it. Of
yeah,
all
it's like this shit don't help.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah,
even figure
yeah.
out.
That's what I'm saying,
You
like,
can't
you're
even
not-
solve
yeah.
the real problem
Because you're not here.
even here.
So like they thought they solved the problem because the problem was we need a ball handler when Steph and Draymond are not on the
Right.
court. We need somebody to be able to actually dribble the ball, set up plays for everybody when they're actually getting rest. They decided to get that solution out of an older point guard who's still balling, but he's old. So he's not. That's a temper. You basically
He doesn't even play at
you
the
put a
pace
Band-Aid
that-
over a bullet hole right now. That's basically all you did with Chris Paul because he's only going to be there for like 2 or 3 years. He's not going to be there for long. So that's that problem there. So, but the problem now with that is when you sit there and you tell me Draymond's not even available. So now I'm sitting there like, bro. So now Steph and Chris Paul are now my primary ball handlers. Who's going to handle the ball when they're not in the game? Because Chris Paul's going to need a break.
Absolutely.
Steph Curry's going to need a break. Where is that going to come from? Guess what? I'm also losing when Draymond gone. I'm losing the defensive presence there.
Yep.
I'm losing that intensity. I'm losing that whole type, that not the culture, but I'm losing that part of the culture. So now, who's going to step up in that area?
It's like,
And at that point, they have nobody that could replace that right now.
it's like the
Kuminga is
conversation
not
of
like
game
that.
changers and game managers.
Yeah.
There
You know what I'm
go.
saying?
Yep.
Draymond in basketball sense, as much as people want to say, Draymond doesn't score, we're gonna use Draymond and Patrick Beverly.
Right.
Mhm.
We're gonna use Draymond because we're gonna go with defensive players.
Right.
Patrick Beverly is a game manager.
True.
He's gonna play great defense. He's gonna slow you down. That's his job. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. Draymond is likely to do something in the game that changes the game. Whether that's the assist, whether that's the block, whether that's
That
the
bucket in the third
bucket,
quarter,
the
that
foul,
bucket to end
whether
the
that's
run.
the decision. And I'm not saying Patrick Beverly isn't a smart player because Patrick Beverly is an extremely smart player. To be a defensive savant that he is, you have to be. He clearly studies a bunch of film. But in that same breath, you looked at the stats. Patrick Beverly is more likely to go out there and give you, let's just say, 5 points, 2 assists, 3 to 4 rebounds, hopefully a steal. Draymond, when he's on his game changer shit, is gonna give you 5 points, 8 assists, 8, maybe 7 rebounds, 2, 3 blocks, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's a game changer, bro. I don't need you to necessarily score, bro. That's some game
When he
changing
does,
shit.
you gotta remember now too. When all these
And he
stats,
don't even fill
when
up
these
the stats.
stats are going on for Draymond, they're key moments. They're at key
Because
moments.
the other shit he does doesn't fill the stats.
They're key moments that he's doing this 2 blocks. So like he having to
And
have
I'm
3
talking about
points.
beat your shit.
Or
Pause.
he gets a
You go back
steal.
up. Beat your shit. Pause. Like Draymond still got that in him.
It's key moments when it's occurring. It's not like moments at like 2 minutes into the game, stuff like that. It's moments like we're getting to the nitty gritty. We're tied up 106, and it's literally 3 minutes left in the game. Stuff that can swing, especially if they're playing in Golden State. It's stuff that can swing the whole momentum of the game. Patrick Beverly has those moments, but they're not always around that time. It's in the third quarter. It's in the second quarter.
not as
It's
likely.
not. It's not stuff that's going to change the whole direction of the game. It's
A part of
It's like,
Golden
okay, you
State
did it.
winning is Draymond doing that.
doing stuff.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not as likely, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I think a part of that goes to look at Draymond has been in the same place.
Right.
He's still in the same right. He's still in the same area. You know what I mean? We redoing that contract. If Patrick Beverly was doing that same thing, we redoing that. When he was with the Clippers,
Right.
he was doing that.
We're doing that.
He was doing it.
But
That's
the-
why he had got the contracts that he had got and the notoriety and everything because he was.
He was.
He really was.
He's
He
important.
was poking at KD, pause, when KD's trying to hit his hezzy and do the. He was doing little shit that just bothered people to the point where you got the Clippers into the playoffs. You know what I mean? You were seeing success. You were
He's
seeing
part of it.
wins. Draymond does that every game.
Every game.
Yeah.
And it's for
Yeah.
the same team. So you got to understand that. So that's why I think for us, we see it as, oh, Draymond is just he's a bother, da da da. For them, it's like, bro, he's been doing this. This is like, it's like a parent with your child. You know your child bad, but you're not about to just send them off to his auntie, his grandma, whoever. You like, man, we gonna figure this out. We gotta work this out. Especially at this point now, Draymond is getting close to retirement. Being
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
So like at this point, Golden State is kind of getting to that part where they're getting sick and tired of it, but they're like, bro, how long can we deal with this?
They would love to have him retire.
They would love to have him retire, but it's like, yo, if he wants to act like he wants to want to stay there, then he should act like
I
that.
think there's that, and I think
You got to find his replacement if you go
Yeah,
through that.
you got
At that point,
Exactly.
to where it's
Exactly.
like, I don't have to worry about if you get suspended, it's a huge loss because we already got your
so.
replacement.
I think that's why, like,
That's the problem.
because I feel like we're at the point where they're about to blow up this team.
Right.
Because we're not really talking about it, but Clay isn't having a great year, and
And he-
Clay's up for contract next year.
He rejected his
And
extension last year.
You know what I mean? You rejected that decision to go ahead and take the deal that we had, so you expected max money. You're not playing like a max player.
No.
So we're gonna either have to trade you because we're not at
Or
a
I
great-
think Clay could probably still re-sign whatever they offer. He probably
But-
just on some test.
But it's not
Right.
gonna be.
Maybe
It's not gonna be no
no,
big
but
money.
It's,
Like
not
this.
gonna
kind
be
of
a
like
big
what
money.
we're looking at the TV right now with Lamar for a year and a half. Motherfuckers, he going to Atlanta, he going here, he going there, he going to Minnesota, he going to Miami. He right there in Baltimore.
But I don't- but
because
I
he just playing around with it. I think
worked
Clay
his
can
way.
still.
But let me ask this though, or to kind of say this, add this. If we keep the team that we have right now, if I'm going to state, do we see the playoffs?
Do we get better?
Do we get
Do we
better?
grow?
And
No.
so that being said, instead of
You let
re-signing
you two young
I'm
pieces
better
walk.
off trading you
Yeah.
and getting some pieces. However, when I do that, we go back to the worm. What does that affect to Draymond Green? Steph Curry was just seen before the press conference that he had staring at a poster, a mural of, it's like a picture type shit, or projector picture of Clay, Steph, and Draymond. And he's just staring at it before he just takes the podium to answer questions. That's he's just walking down memory lane like how we just did, staring at a picture because
Yeah.
he's realizing probably inside,
This ain't gonna
this
last
shit
long.
ain't gonna be the same. It's not gonna be here for long. So that being
You
said,
always see the writing on
The
the
only
wall.
person, yeah, he see the writing on the wall.
you know what I mean?
You see the
And
writing on the wall.
and Draymond probably sees it as well. The question is, who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Dre? Is it gonna be Clay?
I can see Dre
At this
retiring
point-
there because also he has a lesser contract, and he also adds he could also still.
I think he took that to try to do that.
Yeah, and he could add that energy within staying on the bench, kind of UD role.
But that's a- but that's
with
the
Clay,
thing,
it's
though.
like you're a core piece in terms of buckets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You need your points.
Yeah, I
But
can
you-
add my energy guy in the third quarter,
But that's
but
the
I
thing.
need my bucket guy all game.
If you notice, out of that 3, 2 of the 3 has already taken pay cuts.
Yep.
Klay Thompson, but that's the thing. Klay Thompson took his pay cut before them.
Way early.
So it's like, at this point, these 2 have already taken their pay cut.
But Steph's pay cuts is different, bro.
Yeah, his is.
We can't even say
His
like
is way
shit.
more.
Let's not even talk. Them boys can't even talk about pay cuts.
Yeah. Because Steph done made so many sacrifices on his pay to the point where, bro, it's way out of the mind. So at this point now, that's why I say Klay took his pay cut earlier,
You gotta take another one.
but it's like at this point you have to take another one.
Which, you know what he'll say for that? For what?
Yeah.
But
You know,
another
like-
piece we not talking about too though. Wigs. When are you
oh,
either gonna
shit.
take the step up,
Nah.
or when are you
Because
gonna be
he
consistent?
he just got his
Because
back.
He's been in the league a decade.
down.
He just
He's
got
been
it
in the
back.
league a decade. We
He's
know what he
taking a
is.
step down this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So it's like
yeah.
the Warriors, that team set up right now is not built to go to the playoffs, and it's not built to last for more than 2 years. So at this point now, with Draymond Green being suspended indefinitely, we could already guarantee them not. I can be honest about it because I'm one of those people that I never count the Warriors out of the playoffs. At this point right now, they're out of the playoffs. They're out of the conversation. They're going to be in that conversation for draft picks at this point.
So let me ask you a quick question then. One, let me do this. Hopefully they don't fuck up like they did between LaMelo and James Wiseman.
Right.
Again.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
start with that. But two, let me ask you a quick question there. Do you see the Grizzlies making the playoffs, or do you see Golden
How many
State?
more games? He's back.
Do you
When
see
is he
the
back?
Grizzlies making the
He's
playoffs?
back
Who do
in-
you see having
he's
a
back in
better
like 5 more
chance?
games.
You have to choose one. You can do percentage. You can say a team.
I
But
gotta
who do you see having a better chance?
Go to State. Because
I
Go
got
to
the
State,
Grizzlies.
Go to State might be bad right
Where are
now.
they at? Where are both teams at right now?
I think it's like
Grizzlies-
12 and 13
Grizzlies
shit.
12 and 13.
No, Grizzlies were they're
Jaws
bottom
coming back.
ball.
When they won that last championship, they wasn't even supposed to be in the playoffs.
They weren't.
So why would I
Okay.
watch that, see that happen and play out, and then go against them? Like, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Memphis is
I'm
right
not
now.
gonna bet against
I'm
them.
pretty sure Memphis is literally
That's a
second
valid-
worst
that's a
team in the
valid
West because they're literally only a little bit above Portland.
Yeah.
So they're like 14 and then go to
Yeah, I'm
State.
about to say it depends
12
on
and
how
11.
bad that gap is between.
Yeah.
Because John's coming back, and obviously what he's done for them for the past couple of years, it's like obviously he can get you in the playoffs, but can he? Because one has been how long since he's played basketball? Then 9 months. Then
Yeah.
So it's like he has to get in that groove. So now that's another couple of weeks. So it's like this whole
But he-
that you're already
he-
done.
But no, he's not.
But
a player.
I think
Okay,
who
well,
for
he's
the
not
game.
practicing with them. Then he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
I think he
doing-
just got able to
he
practice.
doing- it's
this week.
okay to do it,
'Cause-
but you know though,
'cause-
you get your own. You could practice all day, but that game feeling is
Yeah.
But
completely
we not talking about just anybody.
yeah.
We talking about John Morant.
But
When I pull up, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That's a
They
30
always- they
ball.
always take
It's a
time.
30
No
ball.
matter who you is.
I like a 30.
No matter who
30
it is,
is
first
plus
game.
here's my thing.
first game.
This is
No
what
matter
we're-
who it is.
this is
Let
what
me
we're
see.
not
no
looking
matter
into.
who it is,
This is
they-
what you're
it
not looking
always
into
takes
for
time
Memphis.
to come back in form.
Memphis, yes, they suck and they're missing John Morant. But when John Morant comes back, they are still missing people. There's like 4 or 5 people that's literally out for the season from injuries on that team alone. Steven Adams, Brandon Clark, you're missing these people
I
still.
thought Clark was supposed to come back this year.
He's coming back, I want to say at the very end of the season.
Okay.
But they're both basically going for the majority of the whole season.
But I mean, this is how I look
Jared
at it.
Jackson
I mean,
Jr.
they-
hasn't
they
been
didn't
playing up
have
to his
them.
standard.
They didn't have them
When?
over the past few years.
Yes, they did.
They didn't have Steven Adams last year.
They
At the
did.
end.
They did.
At
They
the
didn't.
end,
They didn't have. They
him.
didn't have him going into the playoffs.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
When it counted,
the
that's
thing
what
is you got to get used to it, and they did pretty well with Xavier Tillman. They're
shit.
gonna get used to how to playing this way.
His first game gonna be against the Suns.
Bro, that boy ain't
Bro, they
playing. That boy ain't playing.
I'm
bro. I'm
telling
trying
you,
to tell
that's the
y'all.
only reason I say that.
What's-
is because
why would
when
he
you're
not?
missing Steven
No, I'm
Adams,
saying he's not playing.
My bad.
For
Guys.
that,
My
I
bad.
thought
Misinformation. Debut and schedule for John Morant's Tuesday, December 19th.
Yeah,
At New Orleans.
oh,
Yeah, I
so
thought it
it
was
was
Zion.
about
Oh, okay.
not so Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tuesday.
So
So
it was
days.
versus Zion, and I'm telling y'all, bro, 30 plus.
He
30
gonna,
plus.
he gonna have 30 points,
Oh,
but
that's
I don't
gonna
think
be a
they're
hard
gonna
game.
win.
I wouldn't.
I don't think they're gonna win.
Yeah. Because he's also playing with a new
missing
Marcus Smart, no Brooks. He's playing with a new team.
Derrick Rose.
Marcus Smart's getting traded before the trade deadline.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Where to?
It ain't been
Why are
working
you
out.
here? Why are you here?
It hasn't been working out.
It just don't make sense for you to be
Because
here no more. 12 back.
The problem of
That's valid.
the mesh problem was, you have to understand, Marcus Smart has been with the Celtics his whole career.
He want to go back. Looking at it.
Yeah, he didn't expect.
Yeah, because I was about to say, where can he go?
But he gotta get used to
could
it
he go
like
to?
Terry
Does he want to
Rozier
go to a young team? Does he want to
Because
be?
Terry Rozier that first year wanted to go back to the Celtics so bad. It just looked like
Went
he
to
was
what,
just
Charlotte?
Yeah, when he went to
Charlotte?
Charlotte, like it looked like he wanted to go
But he
back.
got used
Even
to
though
it.
he got the cook up, but he got used to it, and so but he was cooking over there.
Yeah.
So I think Marcus is gonna have to either get used to it with Memphis, but I do believe he's gonna find another home. I honestly could see him there in Miami, but. I mean, you know, I think he's going to find another home. Wherever he goes, though, he's just going to have to get used to that. Another team that would be nice for him is the Timberwolves, to be honest. Like, coming off the bench, it would be nice, you know, to be
He
able
can't come off the
to...
bench no more.
Could he be on a young team, or
He
do you
can't come on.
think he needs to be on?
Unless there's a
solidified
point
team?
guard that's already there.
Mike Conley.
Like I said, if there's a point guard that is more important to be point guard,
Mike Conley.
then who's there too?
AE. And the Timberwolves.
No, I thought he played 3. Who played the 3 then?
AE played the 2. The 3 is Jaden McDaniels.
Okay.
The 4 is
I was about to
Cat.
say,
And then the 5 is Rudy.
If I get Marcus Smart in Timberwolves, it's gonna be Mike Conley at the 1, Marcus Smart at 2, and at the 3.
Now you tripping,
Go
bro.
better than-
Jaden McDaniels can guard any and
He
he
can.
set this up. He can guard anybody in the
He
league,
can.
bro.
He can. I'm just because at that point, I'm not. I can't put Marcus Smart on the bench at this point. He's just a young.
Nah.
Right now, he's a younger version of Drew Holiday for me right now.
But he's not. He's not. He doesn't score. He doesn't like. He can, but it's like you get layup buckets.
I feel like the
need
only
to
reason
run
that we
this
say
next
the only
offense.
reason we say that is because when he was in Boston, he wasn't even. He was like what, the third, fourth option.
What is he? Yeah, and if
Now
you
he's
consider
Memphis.
the first
Ooh,
option right
They
now,
gonna cut.
if you
They gonna
consider
cut
the
that.
first option right now,
In Memphis?
it's got you at the bottom of the league.
Oh no, he's not even the first option in Memphis.
You know what I'm saying?
Bane is the first option. In Memphis.
Yeah, because he's not a first option. They go to practice with him every day.
I didn't say.
Like-
hold on. I didn't say making him first option in Minnesota. Minnesota problem is they can score, but they go into the game to outscore you, not to actually defend.
That's
you.
They're
hurt
actually
the playoffs.
top in the league in defense this year.
I'm just saying they're going to outscore you more of anything.
But I believe
And that
they
defense
have
only comes
added
from
to
Rudy.
defense.
That defense only comes from. Now I give it to
Bro,
him.
I'm telling you,
Rudy.
Jaden look up that
No.
boy's stats.
I'm not taking away Jaden McDaniels because he's one of the best defenders. He is because they was nasty when they had Jaden McDaniels and they had what's that?
And
boy
they got Nas Reed.
What's
on
that
the
boy
bench.
name from? He in L.A.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. When
Yeah,
they both had
yes.
both of them,
Yes.
they were locking up.
Yes.
So that's why I'm not taking anything from McDaniels. But I'm saying at the guard part, where you got Ant, who's a great defender, but then Mike Conley is
Mike
not.
Conley gonna get cooked.
He's going to get cooked. So that's why you don't. When I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I don't always want Anthony Edwards the best point guard. Well, whoever the point guard is at that point. So I'd rather have Marcus Smart guard John Morant when Ant Edwards can handle everybody else or handles whoever the next up man. I don't need to have Ant guarding Ja all the
I
fucking time.
mean, sometimes to me, I feel like sometimes you gotta. That's the part of the chess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is all right. So I'm playing Memphis, right? I'm putting McDaniels on Ja because at the 4 position, at the 3 position, who does the Grizzlies have?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't been watching none of
I
that.
don't even fucking know. So I'm sliding Mike Conley to the 2. And actually no,
Yeah,
because
he
he's
gonna
gonna
get
get
cooked
cooked up by Bane.
He gonna get
So
cooked
I'm
by
gonna keep AE right there, and I'm sliding Conley to the 3, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody else just play their game.
That's a
Now, if they
dangerous
try and put you down in the post,
He playing
we
dangerous move.
we gonna
He playing dangerous
Conley
move.
gonna be
Conley at the
fine.
3.
Conley gonna be fine
Okay.
because you got to remember that guy's not doing anything but shooting the ball in the corner. That who is he? Who is the third? We don't even know who the guy is at the 3 on their team. I can tell you who the 4 is in Jaren Jackson, and I can tell you who the 5 is in Xavier Tillman. I can't tell you who the fuck the 3 is, so he's sitting in the corner 9 times out of 10, waiting for the ball.
But to wrap it up though, on this part of the show, what's your projections of the suspension for Draymond?
Damn.
I said 20. I said nothing.
15.
I said nothing less than 20.
You going 15?
15. Yeah.
What you going?
Not less than 10.
A little less than 10? Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go 25.
Damn, the job.
Okay,
You get the job.
I'm
Shit.
okay with that.
Yeah.
You as well?
Because
That's why I said nothing less than 20. I said nothing less than 20. 25, I'm okay with.
like
I'ma
it's
say
getting
20.
like, bro, you just
you
boxed
like
a
20.
player, and you
Chose somebody else.
and you just chose somebody and dragged them across the court.
So
and, like,
and I think
bro,
that's what's gonna be like.
you're inciting
We gave you grace with a 5 because you choked them out. 5. Remember when we had
Yeah.
our predictions? Everybody kind of was like 10ish.
Yeah.
Nobody really. Some of us gave 5. Like, we'd have to go
I don't
back.
think I gave 5. I think
That was
it's
really
Yeah,
low.
yeah.
We saw when we saw it, we were like, okay, I guess. But to us, we were assuming something a little bit like at least halfway to where Ja got.
I feel like he's
But-
inciting a riot.
Oh shit!
No,
You said
you-
January 6th.
I'm looking at it this way. We saw you punch somebody. Before that, you choked somebody.
Yeah.
And the last thing we saw before
You
that,
didn't learn.
you stepped on
Stomp
somebody.
somebody.
stomped
And
Right.
it's similar to the
Hey.
guy with the like
You teabagged
you
him.
didn't boss.
Yes.
You
did.
didn't learn with the job thing. It's like
didn't
we
learn.
let you do the therapy route. We let you do the come back to the team whenever you want.
Right.
Now 3 weeks later, boom,
We
back
let you
up.
cook. Now you getting cooked.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and we gave you grace. And
Yeah.
with this, it's like the 5 was a grace. Now, no, you ain't gonna learn.
And I just
And that
think
throws
that's
in.
crazy. Like that shit was crazy, bro. You smacked it. Like you boxed it. Like, bro, come on, bro.
You assaulted him.
You assaulted her. Like Rudy Gobert. I mean, not Rudy Gobert. Nurkic. That ass. Like if we was playing pickup, he actually could press charges.
Yeah.
Like he actually, because that's not a basketball player.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But we go ahead and transfer over to football. The season's winding down. It's time to get into that MVP talk.
Jalen Hurts.
Damn. All right.
Out the gate.
I had to do
gate
it, man.
with the Wild Ones.
Nah. Shout out love to him, but nah. You couldn't keep cooking, my bad.
No, I'm just saying. I want to hear who y'all think is MVP, because for me, it's only 2 people right now that I can see as MVP. I got the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, and I got my man's in the Bay Area, Run CMC.
No. Oh, okay. Thought you were gonna say Brock.
No,
I've been hearing Brock.
I'm going Run
Okay.
CMC, man.
Okay.
He has been like unstoppable. Like nobody has been able to stop him. Really, I'm not gonna say he's got a touchdown every single game, but he damn near got one every single game. Because there's some games where he literally had 3 touchdowns in one game by himself. So it's either those 2 right now for me. There's nobody else. And what's crazy is quarterback wise, I don't even see nobody MVP wise, quarterback wise.
It's hard to say that because we're watching, they got the Ravens and the Jags on tonight over here on this other TV. And we watching, and this year, every quarterback has had a slump or it's never been a consistent excellence. We're watching a former MVP kind of have I wouldn't say an off night, just not a night where he can really connect with his receivers. And it's the same across the entire board. Some people have been saying Dak, but then
I'm about to say we
were
literally
on the road
we
back
literally
from
said
Savannah.
those.
We were on the road from Savannah today, so we didn't get a chance to really catch the full game of Buffalo and Dallas. But it didn't look like Dak had a good game, so it's like
I'm about to say,
and you
we
can have
really
1 or
just
2
talked-
and still get MVP, but. In this day and age, you got to really be consistent, especially in a big game like a Buffalo, where
Right.
they don't play each other like that. So
I want to say what we said it.
I
We
don't
said
know,
it
man.
that Thursday or that Wednesday when it was like Dak for MVP,
right,
and I was just joking when I sent it because I was like, oh, no, is he in the consideration of MVP? I didn't know he was in consideration of MVP because, like I said, this year, and you said it too, nobody has been consistent quarterback wise.
Yeah.
No quarterback wise, no one has been consistent. So it's like when they said Dak for MVP, I kind of was like, oh, because he has been on a 3-game stretch. I want to say he's been pretty good, But like today's game, or today's recording, tell me about your boy.
Well, I mean, we'll stay with the Dak with MVP and talk a little bit about that game. You know, I think we're gonna do that next week when we do a recap of like this week a little bit more. But
Yeah.
I mean, just to tap in a little bit, I kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier a couple weeks ago. We can't beat a good team. That's why we're not a playoff team.
Right.
Because, and I said this from the beginning, like, right, he's like, there's certain things that you have to do as a team. It's not just him. It's the defense as well. You know, these guys put up damn near 30 whenever it's a good team. What, San Fran put up 40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, they got to play better too. But in that same breath, bro, the offense has got to play better. Like, y'all see a competent defense, and they goddamn just become incompetent.
Right.
And so, you know, that's why, to me, Dak can't be the MVP.
I mean,
It's just not possible.
I like you said about your points you made earlier on previous episodes. I alluded to this as well. Like as far as like, even in his good games, he's missing throws on wide open receivers. He's overthrowing receivers that are breaking away from the defenders. Like I'm watching the game, I'm like, he don't even look like an MVP candidate in a blowout.
The
win.
numbers are overshadowing the actual play.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yes.
always been, see, if you go back and look at the other few years, the man literally has gotten how many empty calorie games? Uncle Shay would say,
Garbage
you know what I'm
time,
saying?
empty
You getting them
calories,
empty
yeah.
calories, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a great fantasy player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but nobody want that all your life, you know? So
Yeah.
that being said, it's like, bro, in terms of for the game, no, I don't see him being MVP. Honestly, though, I can't even put my finger on who I would say is the MVP. I mean, of course, if Tyreek Hill does break this record, I think you gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
A receiver broke it last year though. Jefferson broke a record last year.
I thought it was Cooper Kupp.
He broke a record. He had the Triple Crown, they called it. And then Jefferson broke a record because remember, it was off the catch. Remember that crazy catch he had in Buffalo last season?
Okay.
It was like, they said that was the game he broke like Randy Moss's record or something.
but that was
And I think that was a Minnesota.
What
Yeah, that was a
catches or
franchise.
something?
Yeah, that was a
Franchise.
Minnesota. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
when I'm about, I mean,
Yeah. That
Tyreek
ain't
Hill
no
hits like
NFL.
3,000 yards.
Yeah, that would be. And the way I look at it, a lot of people say last year CMC did get robbed, so I can see him getting it this year. Who I want, Tyreek. Who I think it might go, CMC.
Which, I mean, that was my next thing.
Because
though,
Tyreek just missed a game too.
CMC.
McCaffrey's been
CMC, I mean, that man
missed
put
a
up,
couple
he
of
had
games.
15 weeks of touchdowns.
Touchdown.
Straight.
And I'm about to say, I didn't
Every
want
time.
to get it
You
wrong.
know, that
on that part.
is
CMC or Tyreek.
CMC. He did it 15 times. I want to say if it wasn't 15, it was 16. But I know for a fact that OJ had the record before. Then he beat OJ's record, and then he didn't get a touchdown that next game. It was crazy.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's a highly touted thing. But look at the team and look at the success without him. I think they're still a decent team without him. I think their team is shambles without
You can
Debo.
really say.
Okay, well,
Actually,
damn, we can't say about Miami. Who did Miami play? Oh, they played the Jets.
That's crazy.
Debo
I was saying,
does-
you
I'm gonna tell you this.
CMC took some of the load off of Debo's plate, but Debo still does a lot for that team.
Debo does a lot for that
That's
team.
that's his team. Like,
But
Debo
you have to
is
understand,
still the
though.
heart and soul of that defense. Of that
Debo
offense,
hasn't
that team.
been effective. He's just now
Look at
becoming.
the Philly game.
He's becoming effective now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He's warmed up.
He's
He was
warmed
hurt.
up.
He wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying. But while he was gone, CMC was controlling everything. He's still controlling everything when Debo comes back. So that's why I'm like,
We don't
Oh,
usually
he
see-
control things
he,
when he- nah.
he is today.
It's hard to give a guy.
you're
It's
a
hard to see a
runner.
guy. It's hard to give a guy
Runner.
MVP when you're only putting up those numbers because the other guy is hurt. It's
But-
when is a guy got an MVP? Well, it's hard to say.
His
because it's
numbers,
always a quarterback.
his numbers have
But
stayed the same with Debo coming back still.
No,
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
feel like it does.
Nothing changed.
I'm pretty sure today he might have.
I don't feel like it
know.
does because I mean you gotta
That's a
look
tough
at,
one because you might be
like,
right about it, but it's still just.
That's why
I don't know. It's just
A lot of
his
people-
rushing
a lot of
yards
people
might
say-
increase maybe.
But that's the thing. A lot of people are saying well, CMC's on a stacked team. We can say the same thing about Tyreek because
He's not on the stack team.
Well, I know they
Tyreek
played
team
the
is
Jets.
stacked.
I know they played
No,
the Jets
it's not.
today.
Yep,
But
it is.
Waddle went off 8 for 150 and a touchdown.
That's
Waddle, remember before
Is this
Tyreek
right?
got here,
Rookie
Waddle
year?
was like hot,
Or
really
second-
hot.
Or is this his second?
Third, because his rookie year he was really hot.
Okay.
And Tyreek came over here last year.
Okay.
And that was his second year. And
And
that
he's
kinda
a
fell
decent
off.
wide receiver.
Yeah,
No, he's still a
Waddle
he's
in
a
their
WR.
running core is
He's a one.
literally.
He's a decent wide receiver. The running core is
He's a number one
is
offense.
very
He wasn't
Mostert
Tyreek wasn't.
and
Mostert,
A-Chain,
A-Chain, and
yeah. But let's not act
'Cause he's
like
only hurt.
this isn't
Yeah.
a normal thing.
Even
like
the-
go
the-
over
the-
to
the
Buffalo.
the third string
Buffalo.
is
Go over to the Ravens. The Ravens. You can even look at
Ooh, that
fucking
was a great
Jacksonville.
cut.
Jacksonville got Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk. They got all these people. That's a thing like right now. That's the
Ingram.
problem with the Cowboys. They only have CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup.
Hold up.
And
For,
Cooks,
okay,
but Cooks
for 49ers, right?
Cooked.
He's always
we
been a
count the
C.
49ers as stacked because they have two good wide receivers, they have a good tight end, and a good running back.
Great in every single
Great.
one of those
Okay, they're
positions.
great, right?
It's not other than one wide receiver is good.
So Miami, to me, they have two great wide receivers. To
Good.
me. They have
Well
well,
done.
they have one great and they have one good one. We go one great, one good one, and then they have I don't even know their tight end like that, and then their running backs is three good running backs.
Solid, great running backs.
Great. Will you go
Great. They're decent.
Because I'm
They're
literally,
decent.
I
They're
only
good.
say that because you have to understand
Together.
They're starting a running back Moisture is great.
Because I
Aiton
mean,
has
look
got-
at what he did when he was playing with y'all.
Aiton was great, and that's when the third string is good, and he's even putting up numbers too when he hasn't get in the game.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, okay. And then you have a great, to me, Tua is a great quarterback.
But how is that? He's a decent quarterback. He's not a great. For whatever reason, they're talking about him in the MVP conversation. He's a manager.
No.
But
Oh my
but
God.
my
Oh,
thing
no.
is,
Oh!
how the fuck did he?
Oh!
No,
See, I like Likely.
he's
Likely
good,
is not.
man.
I love Mark
He's
Andrews,
been
but
a
Isaiah Likely
dog.
is a better receiver.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I
He's
don't
got
know.
that Kyle Pitts.
Time out.
He's got Kyle Pitts.
No, brother.
That's
I just saw
that
Randy
boy
Moss
just-
live.
He
Living color
just took
again.
that shit straight out of
Over
the
two.
defender hands.
Two of them
Oh, shit. We got to talk about that. That's crazy.
Swift.
And got
across the body. Two. Guess what? Call the
Oh.
morgue.
That was a great play. But
Call
he
the
waited-
morgue up.
I mean,
It's two body bags being prepared.
that
right
was
now.
a great
Okay, let's
play.
see
But
this.
that was a
Let's
great
let's
play.
try.
But
There you go. Cut it. Oh, my God. Come on, dude. Oh.
But yeah,
Let's get
Miami.
to it.
I guess for now, for some reason, Miami's not stacked. I assumed they were stacked to me because
This-
I stacked
I don't
to me.
They're not
stacked.
giving me stacked. Stacked teams in the league to me right now is the Eagles, is the 49ers, is you can almost say the Ravens.
No.
but
Really?
They have
No.
holes. They have
No.
a few. They have
No.
a few holes, but they are better than Miami.
No,
You can go.
I'm gonna stand on this.
You can go the Browns fully healthy. You can go the
Not a receiver.
Bengals.
though. Not a receiver.
no,
No.
they're
Great
offensive-
tight end.
They have a great tight end.
Oh,
They
Chubb,
have a great,
Chubb, yeah.
and then they have Chubb. They have
Then-
a great
just
wide
say-
receiver. They have
Who?
Chubb.
Who's the better?
Who? I ain't gonna lie. For us, it was ass.
Too much of that.
For us,
Too
it
much
was
of
ass.
that.
But Deshaun and Coop have a great,
They do.
great
They
connection.
do. But
I'm not gonna even say
Cooper's been doing the same thing he's been doing with Dallas. He
I don't
literally
like
he
it.
only makes a great catch at the around the end of the game at a good big time moment.
Ain't that what you want?
Other than that, he
I
doesn't.
need a
He's
guy
not,
who can help me finish drives.
yeah,
with the
he's
first
not
quarter, too.
effective the whole entire game. He's only that guy who gets
Let's
me
see who-
a first down when we're already at the 3 and 20, and we're in the fourth quarter.
Let me see though. Let me see other stack teams. 'Cause I don't want to go to the Bengals fully healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Fully healthy.
That's-
Buffalo fully healthy. The only thing they're missing is a solid running back, and Cooks is great, decent actually right now.
But that doesn't
Yeah.
make-
Um,
does that make them stacked though?
Yes, their defense is stacked with Tre'Davious
Their
White.
defense is
would be crazy.
You're right,
They got a
Tre'Davious White,
crazy
Micah
line.
Hyde,
They got a crazy
Kyrie on the
secondary.
But
their
Von
offense,
Miller,
their
oh.
offense is crazy with Josh Allen, with Stephon Diggs. They still got Gabe Davis. Then you got like I said, Cooks coming out of the backfield. And then they got
Honestly,
who's their
New Orleans is kind of stacked.
who's their tight end?
They just have injury problems.
They got a good
Yeah.
connection.
Dawson Knox, and then the other guy,
Yeah,
Kincaid, the
them
rookie.
boys got it.
Yeah.
Them boys are stacked, fully healthy.
New Orleans outside of the
New Orleans
quarterback.
could be
Minnesota.
outside.
Michael Thomas, Olave, that other, what's that?
Addison,
Minnesota is
Rasheed
stacked.
Shaheed.
Addison and Justin Jefferson are literally the two. They're so
Addison
big.
sucks.
Whoa.
No,
You're crazy.
The
no,
running back?
no.
He's
He's
a
gone.
wide
He's gone.
receiver.
He's number
He's a
3
Wide
dude.
receiver.
From
He's a wide
USC.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you talking about the that's Madison.
Madison.
He's gone. He's gone. They cut him
about
off.
the nigga with the braids.
Yeah, they cut him off like
No,
Yeah,
no,
Sam
you're
Frame
right.
sucks.
It's somebody else. He must have no fantasy.
Addison, the wide
White
receiver.
boy
No.
or
He's
wide
not-
receiver.
Wide
I've
receiver.
never seen
Addison
him.
number 3.
I got a rookie up here.
He's doing
I've never seen him.
He's literally filling for the Justin Jefferson now.
Okay, yeah.
Like he was already number 2, but Justin Jefferson went down, so he's filling as number 1 right now.
Okay.
So like they're literally.
Yeah, I ain't never
But
seen
defensively,
I would say-
Minnesota
I
ain't
watched
stacked.
a little bit of
No,
time.
that's why
Defensively,
when
and
y'all
he
keep
should
saying
go off
stack,
like multiple
I'm not
touchdowns.
talking about defense. I'm talking about
I'm talking
only
about a team.
I'm talking about only offensively.
Only offensively.
I'm talking about
I was.
the team.
See, that's why I
the
just said the Saints.
only reason I'm saying offensively
I'm
is because
saying
we're talking about
Miami's
MVP
stacked
talk.
defensively and offensively.
We're talking-
They got Jalen Ramsey. They got.
But you gotta remember the
Yeah,
defense
yeah.
matters too.
No,
Where are you
but-
getting the
but
ball?
Phillips off the
I'm
edge.
not talking about
in
that for
Miami,
this
yeah.
situation because we're talking about the MVP.
That matters.
No, it matters. Yes, as a team win. MVP wise,
We're
MVP.
talking about stats in the MVP conversation.
Well,
How does CMC get a lot of these touchdowns 15 weeks? I'm willing to bet you it wasn't off of a 75-yard drive for 15 weeks straight. It was probably off 30 yards. It was
but
defense
guess what?
matters.
So who defensively? Who do you have as MVP?
Defensively, who do I have as
Shit.
MVP?
Probably Miles.
Shit.
For me, at least. I gotta.
I
give
mean,
Miles.
yeah, Miles
Miles
Garrett
Garrett
has
or
been,
TJ.
has been pressing
Or
shit. TJ has been too. I mean, you got shit. Michael Parsons has the highest rush attempts in terms of like on the quarterback, but it
you
hasn't
gotta
been
have the sacks.
translating.
Yeah, you gotta have the sacks
But
with that.
you can go TJ, but they haven't been overly translating.
He started
I'm
off
gonna
hot,
have to
TJ.
go with either a player from the Ravens or I feel like their secondary has been going crazy, but I really feel like it's San Fran. San Fran to me has the best team in the league, offensively and defensively.
They have the best team.
But
I
we
agree
know
with
what
you.
they'll do, so.
I agree with you that they have the best team offensively and defensively. Yes, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, when I'm thinking about stacked in this conversation right now, when I'm thinking stacked, I'm thinking offensively because, like I said, to start us off, my 2 MVPs right now is Tyreek Hill and CMC. So right now, how do they stand out on the offensive side when they are on these teams?
Now, I gotta go Tyreek if I'm just talking offense because between the two, Tyreek the one who more likely to go bell to bell.
And I'm okay with that. But that's
He the-
that's
he's
why I'm
the
saying
game
I'm keeping.
changer
That's why I keep it
out of a
offensive
game manager,
because
in
at
my
this
opinion.
point I can't sit here and go. I can't base CMC's success off of because the 49ers got to stop instantly all the time.
It matters.
It-
does.
yes, it matters.
It's
Who
in the
votes on the
conversation.
MVP? Does anybody know who votes on the MVP?
Media,
Because to me, the media,
and
it's
coaches
like
and all that
every
stuff.
time they bring up Tyreek, it's like they gotta bring up Kansas City. So to them, if he wins MVP, it's like, oh damn, now we can't keep bringing up Kansas City because it's like,
I feel like shit.
You know what I'm saying?
The combo would be for Kansas
Yeah.
City. Look, he done translated and kept doing it.
and and it's like, so it's like to them, it's like if he gets MVP, that means we can't keep bringing up Kansas City, but we love to do that shit. So that's why I feel like he's not gonna get it, no matter how many yards.
to
he
be
puts.
honest with you,
that's unfortunate.
Not to bring it back to basketball, it's kind of like when Golden State won a championship without KD. It's like, oh, we did it.
Without KD.
Now we did it without
But
KD.
it's
So
like-
now you have to
Yeah.
put respect on him.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Tyreek, you have to put respect on Tyreek because he was able to do something.
And they won't do that, especially
Outside.
since this is something that they can control.
Yeah.
In terms of instead of like
Right.
with
100%.
Warriors, they wrote their own narrative. Said, all right, fuck all that shit. Since y'all keep
won
saying
the
this,
championship.
yeah.
We
This
won
is
the
like nigga, the people that are talking shit about you are going to determine it. So of course they're not going.
But that's the thing. To me, the defining factor for Tyreek to win his MVP is to break that record.
I definitely
Because there's
think so.
nothing you could deny from that.
I definitely
Yeah.
think so.
There's
You
nothing
gotta
you
break
can
that
do.
record.
3K?
You have to.
That's
You gotta
crazy.
break that.
You have to break that
and
record.
that's why, to me, like, bro, the fact that that's even a possibility.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that man
Yeah.
is able to go bell to
There's
bell
quarterbacks
as
that don't
soon
even
as
throw
you
through
ask
He's
Yeah.
been
him.
going bell to bell every game.
Like, literally,
Every game.
every game.
Yeah.
70 yards, 60 yards.
He did it twice the last game.
And
he
it's
was
not
healthy.
like he's doing it where Tua is only throwing
No.
deep balls to him.
Two defenders right here, and he runs
This man
between
is
both
going
of
to
them and
surpass
outpasses
total
outruns
team
both of them.
passing yards for certain teams. There's certain teams that haven't even thrown 3,000 all year.
It's crazy.
He's going to surpass that.
So I feel like yes, I'm agree with you with the Tyreek Hill part. I just don't like the conversation of always. Well, CMC is there only because his team's stacked or this. It's like, bro, he happens to stand out amongst them because we look. Let's be honest.
Look
Kittle is up there in greatness. He's up there one of the great tight ends, but we kind of forgot about him for
Let's
this
do
season.
this. No, we didn't. Nobody forgot about Kittle. He was the number 2 tight end in the league behind Travis Kelce, and he was number 1 before Travis Kelce took off and prevailed. That's a fact. But because he took Gronk's spot.
Who?
Well, I think it was kind of open because I think Mark Ingram was kind of doing his thing too.
It's-
It
it's
was kind of
different.
Jimmy Graham. But what I was gonna say is, let's do this. Where was San Fran before CMC got there, and where was Miami before Tyreek?
Miami was dog shit.
Yeah.
San Francisco.
They were in the
loop.
They were still in the playoffs.
They played in the
They
NFC
were-
championship.
they was
against
in
the
the
Rams.
playoffs.
They were in the
And
NFC
yeah,
championship.
It was a game away from the Super Bowl.
So that's
And then 2
why
years
the
ago, they were in the
conversation
Super Bowl.
When
is
did he
that
get?
they're
When did he
stacked.
get there?
Who?
Seriously, you
I
got
think
last
it was
year.
last year.
Last year, middle of last year, like game 6 or 7.
Yeah,
And they were still balling at the time. But when they got him, they didn't have an offensive game. Debo was
They
doing
were in
everything.
And remember that offseason, Debo
Yeah.
had been on some like,
And it was
I'm
like,
tired
bro, y'all
of, I'm
niggas
tired
got
of this,
this,
bro.
Like, bro, I can't
Take the
they
load
were
off.
doing everything.
they were
Like,
in contention.
And it was contract year for
I
him. It
remember
was
when
contract
they got him.
and
No, I'm saying when they
usage.
got him, when they got CMC, they were right there in contention. They weren't out of the playoffs.
They already
no,
were.
they weren't out the playoffs.
No, I'm saying they were in that.
They were in the
that
playoffs.
conversation.
Yeah.
Like
it was a
that's
boost.
so that's why
They were.
it's
They were
like-
just one game above 500.
That's why it's like, bro,
'Cause he
you
came
going
from
on
Carolina.
You going on a stacked team. Like, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
shit's stacked because they were good without you. They would be good without Debo. What are they?
A playoff
And we
team.
saw
feel
it
like-
versus Philly. We saw it versus Philly. Without Debo earlier this year, what did Philly go over there and do?
What do you mean earlier?
No, I'm sorry, last year when they played them.
Well-
but Debo played, but it
Yeah,
was
he
Brock
played,
Purdy.
but it just-
But
yeah,
Debo was hurt.
There was no quarterback.
I don't think Debo. Well, yeah,
They ain't had no quarterback.
But I feel like no. Debo didn't play in one of those games.
Debo played. He played
didn't
in all
they
of
play?
them.
Didn't they play earlier this year?
No, just
Debo's been
When was
playing.
he hurt? It was a game that he was hurt that he missed, and he got his get back this year.
probably had to be the only
Cowboys.
get backs you do is your division or your
Had to be a
division.
That's
So
why
it had to
I'm
be either
saying-
Seattle, Arizona, or like what's the
Because I
the
remember
Rams?
specifically,
I can't remember.
he was going a game, and it was like them boys did not look the same. They went back and played them boys, and it was like, bro, Debo literally is like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
That's just how- that's just
I gotta go back and look.
But I think we all got Tyreek.
We all agree that
Hopefully.
Tyreek is that guy.
But we kind of all know it.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I
Tyreek
think
Hill for my MVP.
hey,
I've been hearing people say Tua.
I'm
I'm
okay
like,
with that. I don't need no.
Tua,
is he
Dak,
talking? Who
all
is
that
he
shit
talking
is
to?
crazy.
Get out of here.
Nobody quarterback wise is gonna be in that conversation for me. For this year,
Yeah, I've been hearing bust in terms of number 1 picks. Buddy right there, Walker.
and
But
this-
that's another topic.
But I say in this year though, I don't see nobody. No quarterback has been consistent.
Oh,
So
34.
and he just got
Oh.
hurt because he literally just his
Yeah, I
knee
saw
popped.
it. Yeah, I saw it.
Popped in.
That's why I was like, stay up, but then, oh, wait, no. Go to stay down.
But with that being said, get some quick sponsorships and we get up out of here, fellas.
Yeah.
So we want to shout out the Black Queen Masterpiece over in the Savannah area. You want
Yeah.
some custom clothes, custom hat, custom shoes, whatever you want. Get it customized with Black Queen Masterpiece. That's BQ.Masterpiece. And also, we're heading into the Christmas season. We're in it right now a little bit. Why show up to your family function with a dirty face? Get your face clean at Mystics Bar in the Savannah
So
area.
fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean. Anything else? Oh,
Nah, man. Shout out to the people that rocked with us when we was in the city. That was heavily opinionated. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I got. What y'all got?
Man, I enjoyed, you know what I'm saying, having everybody in town. It was great, you know what I'm saying. I feel like
Thank you,
like
host.
you said, going
thank
down.
you for being a host.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was great vibes, you know what I mean? thing I feel like a lot of times people don't understand, and I would love to say this, you know what I'm saying? I think the thing that a lot of times people don't understand is like, you know, Cooley kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, I think, and we all talked about it and we laughed and we joked on him, but it was like, this shit like a family reunion, you know, and he said something, and it got to the point where it was just like, bro, what you do at your family reunions? Y'all niggas don't argue, y'all niggas don't do this, because that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Like, when you with your brothers, the thing that people don't understand is, bro, you grew up with your moms, let's say, for 18 years. Blessing, if it was. For 18 years. And however many years it was, y'all argue. That's the one person who raised you, who knows you better than anybody else in this world.
People love you more than anybody.
Gonna love you more than anybody. And y'all argue. You and your dad argue. You and your siblings argue. Because anybody that you and your lady, anybody that you are with all fucking day, you're going to argue with. Because you are trying to combine multiple lives and personalities and experiences into one and on one accord. You know what I mean? So, like, I say all that to say is like, it was a great time spending time with my brothers, and I love this shit. Like, and I say that to say to the people, like, y'all should do this. If y'all don't, you know what I mean? Spend time with your friends. I know I hear a lot of people, oh, that's too much of this, or oh, I don't want to do it. Man, there's going to always be bickering. There's going to always be laughter. There's going to always be sadness. There's going to always be happiness. And I'd rather be doing it with the people that I love than doing it by myself or doing it with random fucking people.
Yeah, don't expect you out of other people. Have fun with the people and accept them for who they are, because those are your people. I've heard what you're saying. I've heard that so many times too. Oh, I don't want to fuck with them because they be on that shit. Or I don't want to do. It's like, dude, just mess with those your people. Like, you know,
if they're not your people, cool. Don't fuck with them.
But if those your people, don't just like, oh, they ain't on the same type of time I'm on 24/7. So no, it's like, dude, you doing that's not helping you.
It's like I tell Cooley this because we in the Bay. I'd be like, it's like these moments like this. It's kind of like I like to compare it to like life, like other moments and stuff. It's like when New Edition had broke up and everybody went and did their own albums, and then they all came back for a reunion tour. It's kind of like that kind of situation because we all went our own separate ways, did our own thing. Like Mel in Detroit, you in Atlanta, we in the Bay. We got all the other brothers are basically all over. He in Japan. I was in Cleveland. So it's like we was able to
lived in Cali.
Yeah, so it's like we was able to grow as a group, but we all went our own separate ways to learn our own individuality. And so like when it's the time to bring it back, where we're not the solo star no more, and we have to become a unit again. It's always gonna be that first couple times when we like it's gonna be rough to get back in that rhythm again, but you know we get back to it.
Yeah, because we spent what 70. Well, I've spent 72 hours here. Yeah, and it's like we've been away from each other for years. So how could you expect it?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
How many hours have we been away from each other?
Huh? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
if you take like diabolical for you to go 72.
Huh?
3 days? That's hard.
Pause. But
pause, I guess. But is that hard to say?
What?
3 days?
We'll be together
72 hours.
That was
diabolical as fuck.
It wasn't matter.
See, this is what we was talking about. Niggas are different. This nigga want to do 3 days. I'm like 72 hours. That's my max. After 72 hours, now if a nigga 108 hours, all right, you doing them.
How many days?
72 hours
All
is the
I'm
max.
gonna say is when I hear people ask, when people be like, "How old is your kid?" and you go, "Oh, he's 18 months." Fucking psycho.
That's crazy.
You're crazy.
That's crazy.
24
months.
You're weird,
like, bro.
But
technically I'm. What am I? I'm 25 and a half right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
so it's weird. So, but 72
and a half. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's. But
either it's just turn or about to turn. You either say just turn the age you are, or you say about to turn the next age.
Okay,
I think
that's
age.
normal. Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
How old are you? I'm 25.
25. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be like, I just turned 25.
And then when I'm
about
next
to
year,
turn, like in the beginning of 24, I'll be like, I'm about to be 24.
When I'm about to turn 26. I'll be telling people I'm 25, I'm 21, I'm 20, I'm 22. I'll be fucking this shit up because I'll be like, I'm 27, I'm 28. Because I'll be like, damn, I know I'm about to change my age. Because now I'm starting to say something different because all I say is I'm 25.
I think I know what you mean.
That's what, some years back, I learned, I was like, bro, I'm going to just start getting custom shirts and stuff so I remember. So, that's why I got, like Team Najee 2000, or whatever. Like, that be remember, because Hey man, I've been drinking a lot, so my
forgetting
memory
shit.
starts slipping. Hey man, people, I'm gonna be honest about it. When you drink a lot, your memory start getting bad. You be missing out on certain things. You be like, oh, son, what?
Hey,
Like it
I'm
just
telling you.
you gotta remind
The
yourself.
only thing I do remember is I'm over 21.
Yeah,
Yeah, like shit.
Hey,
I
man.
know I can drink.
But with that being said,
Just let you know we live in that type of life. We fast.
Yes, sir.
20s was fast.
You dig?
You dig?
that's heavily opinionated.
Yeah.
Peace, love. Let me hear from the crowd. Let me hear from the crowd. Woo! Thank you, brother. Thank you for holding us down over there, Keto. Yeah. Thank you. And
Man,
with that being said,
stay heavily opinionated, bro. This is what he said. This is a pre-pause.
We got a corner.
got a free audio
Pre-order my pause.
Got a free audio
That nigga came out the corner like Debo. He said, nigga, what you niggas saying?
What you about to say?
What you
Nigga,
saying?
go ahead and say it, nigga.
Boy, this Riverside, nigga.
This nigga said,
That nigga put up his
yeah, right there.
Nigga pointed at you.
You said, yeah, right there. No. He said that.
It wasn't me.
That's just how I talk. That's just
That
how I talk.
nigga
He said it. That
That's just how I
nigga.
talk.
is the coach.
I talk with my hands.
I got the roll right here.
Y'all
We
know
don't gotta
that.
discuss.
Y'all know that line too well.
That's my nigga, bro.
Nah, I just talk with my hands and shit.
Clean.
It's getting serious. It's getting serious. Serious.
Crazy. Alright, let me put all this back in the thing.
Boy, oh boy.
Alright,
So what did nigga say?
I said it. He said, damn.
I was changing the light.
already.
I was changing the light. and
No,
he was like, yeah, right there. Yeah, right there.
See, yeah.
He
That's
kept
the
saying
part.
it over and over.
Damn, did he?
And then he said, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, see,
I can't get out of this one.
see, yeah, so now
Hit your jitty bob, nigga.
when you said, oh, he can't like something, no, it's not because he said I like that. It's because what he said before.
He
said, yeah, right there. He told you to put something somewhere.
He was emphasizing it every time.
I doubled down.
Even that's a pause.
Who's that? Oh man, that's nuts.
The pat is rubbing off on me.
Oh.
The outrageous pause.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Oh,
No, he's not.
That's
No, he's not.
Oh, shit.
Nah.
Oh, shit.
No, he's not. That's not
I am right here.
That's
brother sitting
Had all.
Oh.
He said,
right?
This
man, that
that is unexpected consistency.
unexpected words.
Oh, shit.
Nigga,
Yeah, pause that one. Yeah.
hey, that nigga waving the white flag.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga.
That nigga opened the door was like, who packaged this? Oh, yeah. I don't know why you want to rub up on him.
What?
Why you want the nigga to rub up on you?
No, okay. Yeah, alright. Crazy. Yeah, I didn't get that part either. I don't get the joke.
Because when somebody orders some shit that you didn't know.
Tomatoes! Get off the stage. Next person.
Can I request a pause?
Can I request a pause? I'm putting in my application for a pause, nigga. Yeah, package is wild.
Well, what the fuck do you call Amazon box?
Hey, we gonna get calls made
Stuff.
and start handing them out. That's a pause.
Shit, they got delivered.
Y'all remember the That's Easy button from Staples?
Yeah.
Pause. Because they hit the button. Pause.
I don't think my boss button to make a pause like that. But it is a pause.
We'll be like,
Pause. You gotta do the Riley. The originator of it. You gotta have it like Riley when he said pause.
So we gotta have Regina.
Regina Hall or King? No, King. Regina King. Regina Hall is the other lady.
Yes.
Regina King.
Both of them. Good looking fine women.
I don't know about the king.
Okay. About them jeans.
Alright, you hate black women, go ahead. I'm just kidding. That's how they be. People be
Don't like one, you hate all.
I
Yeah.
got a homeboy who dead ass was like he He on black women like that so much. Like, oh, I love black women. This nigga tried to convince me that Whoopi Goldberg was a...
No,
He bumped out.
There was never a day that
He
Whoopi
bumped out.
Goldberg was attractive.
Whoopi looked good probably one time to me. And that was probably,
Don't you dare say it. Sister Act. That's what he said. And she did never looked good in that fucking
Yeah,
episode.
bumped
She
out.
did.
in the beginning, have you watched the very beginning of it?
Yes. that's
When
what
she
we talked
singing?
about him.
When she's singing in the club?
She looked like Whoopi Goldberg.
She looked like what?
Anybody with that fucking name just wasn't meant to be cute.
Whoopi.
Whoopi.
Your mama knew you was gonna
like
be
that.
have a hard life.
Get on his ass.
You gonna have to be talented. You gonna have to
Stay
work.
over there. Stay over there.
With a name like Whoopi.
Don't do it. Don't get on him. Oh. I'll pause it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm standing over here. Standing over here.
Standing on them.
Yeah.
She said, I'm just gonna give up for the day.
Gotta censor on fucking words, bro. I'm sitting there.
But it's
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
This ESPN.
Fuck, now we in the pause.
We in
for these
no, we got
headquarters. Nigga on the
Hey.
podcast, we just got the nigga on our laptops.
And
But
you
now,
go today.
now you in, yeah, you can stray away from it. You can mute yourself. You only got to do
Nah,
a few
this
hours
is
with it.
domain.
Nigga, now you're in the pause headquarters.
This parlay. Pause.
Nigga,
it.
there's an
pause-
alarm
The
already.
Pause Palace. Oh, Lord.
Nigga, I don't even think Pat
That's the
really
pause
said it. I
palace.
think it's just an intercom somewhere. They're just catching that shit. You
Oh.
know, it's just something here. Listening to every conversation.
In the bathroom.
You sitting there? Well, you know, I was just sitting there taking a shit, and that shit was kind of good. Pause. What? Why was I pause? Why was I pausing?
Nah.
Hey man, my balls kind of getting.
All right.
Oh.
We got you. We got you.
You dragging.
I'm dragging.
You plucking, as they were saying in Memphis.
What am I dragging?
You plucking.
Is the camera on?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to make sure. Content. Oh man, what a day. So far. Yeah, because I said that earlier. Niggas got on me, so far.
That boy gonna be out by 4.
No, I'm not, bro. I'm a night owl. I'm just saying it's
He
what a day.
said. Peace.
Niggas got
What?
Hey yo, what shot glass was yours? The white one or the pink one?
Pink was cool.
I gotta take a shower before we go. I was sitting next to this lady and she was coughing and she ain't smoking it either. That lady tried to hit me with the. I had seat D. Pause. And what? I had to make sure. But at this point, I'm just doing precaution. I'd rather be reaching. I'd rather be reaching than.
You'd rather what?
Damn!
He got trauma. He got trauma.
Nah, the lady really hit me with
Oh,
the.
no.
Because you know, you got A, B, C, and B is the middle, and C is the aisle. And then you got D, E, F, E is the middle, D is the aisle. So I was like, oh, I got 34D. Pause. And she was like, E, E. And she had a little accent on her. So she kept saying E. I'm like, no, D. Pause. E. No. And we kept going back and forth. Then she finally moved over to, because she was in my seat, thinking, oh, we got the middle seat. Nobody's
You
here
kept
yet.
saying that.
Nah, shawty, move over. She kept trying to say, I'm like, nah. She thought she could pull that on me. I was like, no.
So, did you get in your right seat?
Yes, I got in my seat. I got it. I'm not even gonna say what seat I got in, but I got in my seat.
That nigga, the pro black turned into T.I. He said, nah, shawty, you gotta get over it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. Yeah, you spend 2 hours in Atlanta and it already just comes back. Or just coordinates itself.
That vibration.
And we was on the west side too.
That vibration.
Frank used that song. He said, my bad, bro, we getting low vibration. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, you read my head. Pause. But I was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, I ain't.
You can still do that.
That's what I'm saying. Out of nowhere,
Nigga, we used to do that when we weren't allowed to buy bottles yet.
like, nigga, I didn't know
When we
this
was
was
18,
I still
19.
slap ass.
I hope so.
Hey, come on, man. That's not.
Yeah, that was quick.
Well,
How else you gonna
That was
well.
Stop.
You couldn't just
Well.
slap him out, boy.
What?
What a call.
Slap.
Well, me personally, I'm not throwing a pause because I
That's a
know
pause.
I know the context.
That's what I didn't feel.
No, now you care about the context of things?
I didn't need to pre-context it.
You didn't need
Yeah,
to.
you weak because we kind of.
Yeah, because and that's the difference between us and him. He's
Man,
not gonna
no,
do that.
man.
He's gonna throw that shit out the window. He's like, I don't give a fuck what the sentence before was. What you just said, wild.
Nah, you know he full of shit. When he made that dumb look, he made. He was like,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
when Pastor always do that shit, when he's, I'm just not gonna say nothing. Just,
I don't need to. I don't need to.
What? Najee, I was gonna tap the bottle. Why you?
Who said we doing that?
When they did it, I was like, what the fuck is that? We touched the bottom.
Well, you did kind of like do that.
Because that's how they did it yesterday. They
Oh,
forced me.
see, I didn't have the context.
Assimilate. Assimilate.
That's what I
I
can
didn't
say.
force him to do it.
Assimilate.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
Hey, yo.
It was.
My man's got the bottles, was like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Peer pressure.
I
All right.
turned the bottle his way. He consented, and he
Here,
said
nigga. We tapped the bottle. Okay.
Alright.
it was consensual.
Does the plaintiff have a rebuttal? Damn, that nigga said that shit like he was in court, boy. He said, I consented the bottle. We tapped it.
I
and
can
went about my way.
I can attest.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the whole truth?
Turn your back. You gonna turn your back on me, huh?
No loyalty.
Whoa.